No. And so what we're discussing today is that literally every single boss in all of Dark Souls.
Klick nicht Abitur.
I don't know why it's there. You didn't add the fucking subtitles, so that's why it's there. It's Polish, Chief. Deal with it.
Language.
It's a fairly easy language as well. Look, you can see my mouse now. So yeah,
Wow.
we're discussing every single one of them in terms of difficulty, coolness, lore, and whatever else we actually think about when we're speaking about them.
Path.
As Dark Souls 1, again, you didn't add the subtitles, so more
why don't-
Polish.
I didn't think I had to.
Apparently you did, man.
No,
How was I
like
supposed to know?
I realized that in the first PowerPoint that if you don't remove that text block, it just
It's like
just does the fuck shit.
put something
Oh,
in
okay.
it. So the Dark Souls,
I'll
Dark
try to
Souls
remember that next
1,
time.
the classic.
Yeah,
It's-
the cult
Oh
crusty.
yeah, also we did run through our circle of friends a small survey on basically they had to rank give a mark for each boss on how difficult they find it, and then we put like the fucking word really avoid me. Whatever.
Difficulty?
Yeah, like basically the middle difficulty we put.
Shiny with no beard is more than a Mew in Pokemon Red.
Actually, I didn't even notice that she didn't have beard anymore.
Bro.
But yeah, and then we put the difficulty that our friends gave it on the screen, which is, well, first boss is the only fat ass asylum demon,
The one, the only, except for the other two.
and the one in Dark Souls 3.
True, but that was not a boss, so they didn't rate it.
No, we're
It's not
ranking
easy to
them
order.
mostly like chronologically. How would you fight them? Kind of around, yeah. But anyway,
like what is the most common order to fight them? Like I think
Except
it's more
for
like
that,
in the what people the game is designed to fight them in. I should say it like that.
I
except
mean,
for
like,
the next slide after this one.
I'll be honest, I didn't do that at all. What I did was I just checked the wiki and did it in order there.
Yeah, it's
Bruh,
from the
come on.
order from the wiki. You have it there. Jesus Christ, I
we
really have
have
some.
no professionalism here, folks.
I really have some yes haircut. Look at this shit.
Bro.
No, but yeah, the asylum demon. First thing you fight, you have no choice in fighting it. You have to fight it. It's
Yeah, you don't even get a weapon for it, right? You don't even get a weapon for it, right?
Like, it can be difficult if you don't know about the whole run around him and thing. If it's like your very first playthrough when you didn't see anything about Dark Souls, I could understand him being a small challenge. But if you know
Yeah.
anything about Dark Souls, this guy's a pushover.
I
Yeah.
think this is indeed sort of like the way that if you indeed don't know anything about Dark Souls and you go in blind for the first time, that this is actually like a very good starter off boss because he doesn't do that much damage. All his moves are very much like
Telegraphs.
yeah, telegraphed. I was for something thinking of forecast, but that's not the word. And yeah, like it's just solid.
The biggest
think
challenge
so.
of this boss is pressing the correct button, so not using your S instead of your R1.
Yeah,
That's why I
like
played
you,
on mouse and keyboards.
like you indeed just have to get used to
Attacking
just
with
how Dark
R1s
Souls
and
works.
yeah.
And
And-
I think this is like if you can do it, then you should be allowed to play the game, quote unquote.
And well, design wise, he's thick. He hella thick. He have big hammer.
He has no good resolution pictures.
No, like I mean, most of Dark Souls 1 bosses don't. I think so.
No.
Just most of Dark Souls 1 don't. Let me put it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, weapons.
Same goes
as
for
well.
weapons. I know that from last time.
It's just a simple. Oh, I don't want to become famous. Let me quickly ban this.
Whoops.
Why am I banning this when I have like 2 moderators here?
Oh, because like the one moderator is on full screen and has to reload the page like 20 times a second because I can't
Fankles is
run
also a
this.
moderator, chief.
Damn.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
3.
3!
Shit,
Damn,
man.
the Dumb Brigade is here.
Okay,
they
but
all
yeah,
suck.
easy boss. Nothing special about his design. Lore-wise, yeah, he's in asylum. That's all.
No, not really. Like, basically, if you beat this boss, you are going to be the chosen undead or something.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's his brother, Asylum Demon but tanky.
Yeah, a silent demon, but a bitch ass motherfucker.
He also has
Asylum
different
demon,
weapon,
but
right?
with annoying hitboxes.
He also have different weapon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And AoE.
yeah.
Like
Like
this
the
is literally just Asylum Demon, but he is tanky. That's all there is.
Well, no,
no,
not
like
really. Like he has the big AoE magic attacks, which
like
are really fucking challenging if you don't know the hitbox of them.
I guess.
like I'm gonna be real. I think the real boss in this boss fight is the fact that you fall through the floor
Yes.
and just take a fuck ton of falling damage. That is the real boss.
The
of
fact
this.
that you have to take damage to even attempt this fight is just annoying.
Yeah. Like if you indeed are not really prepared to, dodge the big fat red AoE ball, yeah, you're gonna take like 80% of your health and maybe like panic and shit.
Mm-hmm. And if on your first playthrough again, you probably wouldn't find this boss. Let's face
No,
it.
like it is quite out of the way.
Yeah, you need to go back
Not
to
to say about it that its path is that bad, except for the part where you have to take falling damage. But
path is very easy. It's more of finding him is difficult.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's why it's only a 4.4 because at the like it's still just the same easily telegraphed boss of the tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And if you have bleed weapon, he's just as much as a pushover as the first one, in my opinion. And for the design, he is pretty much the same as the first one. Well,
Yeah,
different
just
weapon
fatty.
and yeah, fatty.
Yeah, not much to say about this. Even lore-wise, I don't actually know what this lore is.
No, Taurus Demon. Another
Y-
fairly easy, I would still say somewhat tutorial of a boss.
Like in this is indeed like if you look around at your surroundings, you can hit him with the plunging attack to deal a lot of damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact: if you have like the Black Knight sword, and somebody like actually did this, where they were so overprepared for this boss fight, where they just like got the Black Knight sword
Mm-hmm.
and grind a bit to get like a decent amount of strength, and then they just dead as one shot this boss with the plunging attack.
Actually, for me, I on my first playthrough, I second tried this boss. And that was because, I knew about the whole plunging attack thingy. But what I didn't know is that if you don't do it fast enough, this motherfucker will jump up there and kick your ass.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
So it's just,
Like,
just chilling up there,
yeah.
like, okay, I'm going to sprint now. Why is he here?
Like, I indeed think if you're not paying attention and you also have like the archers from the tower shooting at you and shit, then it actually becomes really like quite challenging, I would say.
Which
But
was
if
all.
you indeed just pay
Mhm.
attention right before the boss fight, it should just be completely
Yeah.
fine, I think.
Like, it was also pretty similar for me with Asylum Demon, where I second tried him because I didn't know that if you don't plunging attack him instantly, he can jump there and yeet you off there.
Yeah. Like, I do think this boss... Like, if you don't do the plunging attacks and shit, the fucking stomping around is so annoying because you just continuously take damage of
His
it.
hitboxes are very annoying.
His hitboxes are annoying, and I just don't really like fighting this boss.
No, like
But
it's
hey, it's there.
Like the way I see it, it's indeed just sort of like the environment skill check of if you know the rules of Dark Souls or not.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And design was I quite like how he looks. He's just a big
Mhm.
minotaur looking fella.
Yeah, like just from the design, it's pretty nice, and also just like even like right before the boss, where you can get like the pine resin. I know that's not the name,
Mhm.
but
Yeah. The gold
it's
resin.
also pretty just good in case you just want to do extra damage. Then you can use it on that because you get like 2 or 3 or something.
Yeah.
So
just-
it's even quite lenient, and if you want to like sort of use your resources to make this fight easier, which is
Mhm.
nice.
And now for the everybody's favorites, Kappa.
But we didn't even talk about the lore.
We're
To
not
be fair, it's
talking-
the same lore as the Kappa Demon, but...
In Capra Demon, you're not fighting the boss. You're fighting the arena and the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this man spawns with like two bitch boys of dogs, and
In a
I
very
was
small
like, can I
arena.
just say two female dogs? But
And
like you just like
Mhm.
you if you don't have poise, you get staggered by the dogs, and then you get bonked hard by Kappa.
everybody knows that dogs in Dark Souls 1 are just awful. Their hitboxes are terrible. Hating them is terrible.
I
They're
still
just
like them more than Dark Souls 3 dogs,
Of
but
course.
that's not
they
an
they
achievement.
don't teleport.
Yeah. No, but like the boss itself is not that difficult at this considered. He does have like a move that goes through shields and shit. So if you don't know that, you're gonna get bonked.
And
Yeah.
he is fairly aggressive for an early game boss.
Yeah, like he's also very aggressive. Like the entire fight is just paced very fast, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
which is also something that is like the semi-skill check of you always have to be prepared for shit to go down in Dark Souls.
And if you have, problems just taking him head on, there's always a way to cheese him, which is run up the stairs, kill the dogs, and then you can fight him.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm not even sure if that's considered cheating or the first thing I always do no matter what happens.
Which is
Can't you also just like yeet firebombs or something?
Oh
through
yeah,
fog
indeed. You
gates?
can also just
Mhm.
use fire bombs over the wall and then just
but
kill him before the boss.
yeah,
Before
that
even
does
walking.
require some aiming.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why you have a bow.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I actually now that I think about it, there are a lot of ways in Dark Souls 1 to actually just not do the boss fight.
Like
Yeah.
killing manas with poison arrows, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like yeah, I quite like this design, all things considered. Like it's just
Design-wise, he's fucking cool. Like just the
it's
look-wise.
like he is just a big fuck off man with a skull on his head with
And
just
machetes.
two machetes. Yeah, like it's just cool.
Yeah, design-wise, this
Definitely.
guy is fucking.
And path-wise, I hate this boss.
Yeah, path is
Like the path is it's fairly annoying, yeah.
like it's fairly long for an early game boss as well.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
incredibly punishing. Like you're gonna die to this boss like 2 or 3 times, I would say, before you actually get the good shit going, if
Mhm.
it's your first time.
Yeah.
Because it's just such a different pace of a boss fight, because
Mm.
everything else in Dark Souls 1 just lets you take a quick brief or analyze what the fuck is happening, and this is like dogs! So it's like
Oh, you
can't
killed the
really
dog?
do-
Machete.
Like real shit though. This is also the part where I lost like 10k souls because I was like using the fear strat to run to this boss and I just died on the path towards him.
Yeah.
I'm also
Which
going
annoyed
to
the
lie, I
crap
hate
out of
when
me.
mouse can spawn in this boss fight in randomizers. That's just something I want to get out of the way, 'cause holy fuck, that kills my enemy randomizers so hard.
Okay, next one. Ah, yes, the first actual challenge of Dark Souls 1, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Are they called
It's-
Belfry Gargoyles?
yeah.
That was just Bell
Officially, actually,
Gargoyles.
they're called the Bell Gargoyles. But
Yeah, I thought
like-
so, that they're just called Bell Gargoyles in the first one.
I wasn't
whatever.
100% sure if it was Bell Gargoyles and Belfry Gargoyles, and the internet was also not sure. So
thought-
I just called them Belfry Gargoyles and was like, yeah, I have either one of them wrong now, so.
Yeah, like at Dark Souls 2 is the Belfry Gargoyle.
Yeah, and Dark Souls 1 are Bell Gargoyles.
Yeah, but even the internet was not sure about it, so I just was too lazy to
So
actually.
you could have just
Ah,
opened the
yeah.
game and run to them.
No, I respect that laziness is cool, no
Yeah.
professionalism. Let's go.
But I would say first first stop on your like first run through the game.
It is
Because,
a really challenging boss fight.
like,
Like even now, I think like if you are not paying attention, or you get or you have a slightly questionable build, or like you're using a weapon you're not used to, even nowadays these people still have some sauce on you sometimes.
Yeah.
and you know,
like-
there is a surprise factor for your first playthrough when you're fighting them. You almost kill the one, and then the second one spawns and
Yeah.
breathes fire at you.
And the other one then suddenly also gains the power to breathe fire.
Like
Yeah.
I quite like this boss fight. There's also you can cut off the tail as well.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if you capture lightning pine resin, lightning is effective against these fuckos. So even with a broken straight sword, you can kill them in like a couple of hits.
Definitely.
With a Zweihander with lightning, that shit just like 2-3 shots them.
Mm.
What I also really like about this boss actually is that the second one already doesn't have its tail. So you
Yeah.
can also just see like, oh wait, the elder one does not have a tail, so maybe I can also cut off this one's tail.
Does the
And the-
second one also spawn with lower health, or does
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it
spawns
spawns
with
with half
half
health. Yeah.
HP.
like I don't quite remember anymore because randomizers.
Randomizer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then you would be like put in a situation where you would want to cut off the other one's tail, and then you learn that you can get weapons from tails, so you want to cut off other bosses' tails as well.
Mhm.
yeah.
Like I think the design of it is really cool, and
Like I think
it's
this
actually
boss is
challenging.
like I think this boss is like all things considered, even if you take like the paths in front of it, like before the area as well, with what you can get to make this boss easier and shit, even if you don't know that much about the game itself, but just by exploring a lot. I think this is like pretty much like peak video game design. In all honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From just
definitely.
how they look, I think honestly they look kind of in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a bit grayish too much.
Which is, I would say, it's just the style of Dark Souls 1. Everything is fucking gray.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
but-
reason why. Like, I would say that's because of everything being gray and shit. That Anor Londo becomes that much better, but
Definitely.
that's
Like
a
I do
point for
feel
later.
like no, I just also mean like there's just not something about them that screams like the coolness factor that the other bosses had so far, except for
No.
the fatties because the fatties just aren't cool.
That is true, yes. And I still remember getting stuck on them for, I believe, like 2 hours in my first playthrough, and then after killing them, not being able to play on my computer for a week because I was playing till 2 o'clock.
I remember playing this boss fight for the first time, and I was in a call with Chris, and I was like, he called it like the Belfry Gargoyles, and I was like, or the Bell Gargoyles or whatever, and he said like and I was like, gargoyles? There's only one. Oh yeah, sorry,
Oh,
gargoyle.
okay,
Like I was
yeah.
thinking of Dark Souls 2, and I was like, okay, and then the second one came.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah,
Very
I mean, it
nice.
didn't spoil the fight for me, so like I do actually appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I do try to keep things relatively funky. You know how it be.
Next one is the Vagina Dragon.
Ah,
Damn
gaping.
band sexism. Okay, sorry.
Like
like
Crystal Helver to put it in the gaping.
shut up, man. We don't talk about Anyway,
Sorry about that.
like I'm gonna be honest, this fight is just annoying and that's it. It has so much fucking health.
Mm-hmm. Like it have lots of health, very annoying hitboxes. With mostly with the walk. Like him walking forward just have such annoying hitbox.
Like I will give this boss this. It does give a mad amount of souls, even compared to bosses that come after it, because I think it gives like 25% more than Quailag.
Hmm.
Wait, it does? Like I
Yeah,
remember
like
this boss giving 25k souls, but
yeah, I believe Quailag only gives 20.
Oh.
ah.
Okay.
Like for some reason it gives a very high amount of souls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean it's the Dragon King, right?
Boom. But like no, like I do like that, you can cut off the tail for a weapon again, just like every dragon in the game, but honestly that's kind of where it stops with this where I like this fight because
Yeah, that is.
it's mostly just that it looks intimidating, but once you see that the move that it had first does is like I'm gonna slam down, wait 10 seconds before I'm gonna just walk at you. Got him, GG's.
I will say that I actually hate the attack that breaks your armor and shit.
That is annoying.
Because there's no way for a player to know that shit breaks armor unless you get hit by it and suddenly you see, oh, your armor is broken.
Yeah.
And remember to kill the channeler, otherwise you won't have a good time.
Yeah, but like I do think in most situations a new player would just kill the channeler on the way there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I do have to say though that I find the fight so disappointing for how cool the design is. I think this is
Yeah.
one of the best designs in the game, period.
Design wise,
Not-
yeah,
not-
just this
but-
monstrosity.
Mhm.
Definitely cool.
Hear what I did there? I said period with the giant dragon.
Mm. I mean, the only thing that ruins the design of this boss for me is the tiny head at the end.
Oh, I love that part because in the cutscene when he gets up, like it's like, oh yeah, that's a tiny head. Wonder why
And
the
then
arena's so
this.
big.
Yeah.
like
The rest comes up and it's very intimidating.
imagine walking into the boss fight, cursed, and you see like this small fucking head, and you think like, okay, at least it's a fair fight, and then comes up and you're just like, ah, god fucking damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's also the first place with Basilisk, which is just
Yeah.
poor.
Like I partly think that it has so much health because they expect you to have like go back after you get the amber to upgrade your weapons more.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's maybe part of the reasoning. And then, because you're also cursed, you would go back to, a merchant that sells the cursed shit if you didn't buy any before. So like I could see an argument there, but I'm still gonna say no.
No.
No, the
Yeah.
game has better design than that. No. Stop it.
Like the fight is just kinda anticlimactic. Nothing really happens. Just
Yeah.
running around and smacking it.
at least the path towards us is pretty easy, although a little bit long.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, next one is I swear I have arachnophobia.
I mean, I still have arachnophobia.
Not horny. Quaylag. I actually had some problems with her on my first playthrough.
I think she, it's kind of F for me. On the one part, I think her sword attacks are all really easy.
Mm-hmm.
On the other part, getting stuck in her legs and then she's gonna do her AoE attack that you can't dodge then, it's kind of annoying.
Definitely.
I would indeed say the AoE attack is probably the only attack which I think like, oh, that's a good move.
I also
even on my
dislike
first-
the spewing lava parts. It's also
Like-
Yeah,
annoying.
it just makes the arena more smaller.
And then she
like-
likes to stay in them, so
like my first playthrough was like I was playing really aggressive, and at that moment in time I realized that most of her hitboxes just don't fucking work, and then I was like, oh, okay.
yeah.
Which
Yeah.
just like I can't take this boss seriously no matter what the fuck it would do, to be honest, after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look this fucking like I would not necessarily say like cool, but like semi-intimidating, and then the first moves that you do just can't hit me. Like that's just sort of like okay.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, she does have some questionable hitboxes,
Yeah.
but I think that's just everything in Dark Souls 1.
I do feel like with the AoEs that both this boss has and the Stray Demon and the Fire Sage Demon have, like that the AoEs in Remaster are so much clearer so that I actually know like how to play against them.
Something
Yeah.
that the remaster did well,
Wow, surprised.
Yeah, like I'll give the Remaster shit for the things that it didn't do,
which
or
is
did do, like making
most.
the game buggier.
Yeah.
But like the parts with like the AoE clear is so fucking nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like it did remove a big part of the difficulty because if you don't know how big the AoE is, then suddenly you'll get hit from it across the arena. But
Mm.
now that you actually know it, you can work with it.
But yeah, Quaylag is the second one of the Bell bosses, but she's much easier than the Gargoyles.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's also doesn't help that her gimmick kind of fucking sucked.
As in?
Because the arena is so fucking big that you usually don't have to worry about the lava that she leaves behind.
Oh yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
I do think the lore behind this boss is kind of cool. Like it's basically just a boss that tries to kill people for for humanity to give to her ill sister. That's basically like saved a lot of the people that got hurt by the chaos. But
Mm-hmm. The most annoying thing about this boss is the location where it's in.
yeah, you first have to walk through a fucking poison swamp, which slows you down unless you have the ring that you get in the secret area where you fight the Stray Demon.
So you probably didn't have it on your first playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, just, other than the walkway to her alone, the entire area is just pain.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one. Oh. I forgot it's a boss. No, not gonna lie. I forgot this thing exists.
Wait, sorry, the stream has loaded up.
Moonlight
Yes,
Butterfly.
Moonlight
like-
Butterfly.
we all think it, we all say it. If you go like back to the Stray demon arena place, you can also get a shield that has like 80% magic block on it, which also just trivially I fucked up that word so hard.
Trivializes.
Anyway, like the fight becomes so fucking easy because like the only attack that comes out fast of this boss,
Mm-hmm.
you can just block and it does like not even 10% of your health at that point.
Yeah, like
So
this.
then you can just face tank this entire boss for the entire boss fight
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah,
I like how the boss looks. It's quite pretty.
yeah, it's a
but,
really pretty butterfly.
but the
Yeah.
fact that
This
it
is also the one boss that I actually summoned for, since you can get a summon here that just
have
Oh,
ranged.
it has
attacks.
range. It
Mhm.
makes it easier.
The most
Like-
and, like
I knew how to dodge the attacks. I was just not bothering with it.
this thing only have 4 attacks, and that's just annoying. Like
Mhm.
it's just lazy.
Like it's like I get the aesthetic of it. Like it's more like an aesthetic boss, and after that you get the Divine Ember,
Mm-hmm.
which you'll never use, and the Tower Key, which you'll probably never use since you already have the how's it called again, the Master Key.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, this boss fight, if you, like, have ranged, it becomes just a non-boss fight, and if you're melee, it becomes a waiting fest, which is just not fun.
Yeah,
Like
wait for him
I
to
would
land.
just I think
One
this boss
bang.
is just summarized of just not fun, and that's it.
Hmm.
Waste of time.
Yeah.
Like, actually, you just need to wait. The next one is. Why is Sif next?
Blame the wiki.
Yeah, okay, I
Uh,
Or
will.
actually, blame my brother for sending me a list of names at some point, and I just copied that list.
Yeah.
Respectable.
It's all coming together.
But yeah, big doggo Sif. Uh,
I like the lore of this fight.
oh, definitely lore-wise, very good.
The
Especially
fight
if you get the
itself,
extra cutscene.
like the fight itself it is there. Let me put it like that.
It is so fucking easy.
Yeah, it's a.
Although, actually, like nowadays, I usually have more difficulty with this boss than with actual Artorias.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like, since I know how to fight Artorias to like, I have that fight unlocked, and I can do it blind.
Yeah,
like, I
it
would
does
say,
have
like,
cool attacks.
it does have like my favorite attack in entirety of Dark Souls 1, which is gonna sound weird, but I really like it when it just puts this, like, it has the sword in the mouth and it just decides to spin twice.
Yeah.
Just around itself. I don't know what it is, but I love that attack so fucking much.
Mhm.
It's so cute.
And I always feel bad about killing this boss because if you get it low enough, it just starts limping.
Yeah,
Like
It's
also most of the attacks become just
it
so
becomes
fuck.
slower.
Like if it if it does like the spin move, it falls over after
Yeah.
in the limping phase.
Like, I think
No.
this is the only boss where the second phase actually makes it useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, like there's one other boss.
We'll get to that, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
we don't talk about Fucko Red.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
but
what?
but
Fuck
yeah,
all that.
design wise, it's a big dog with a sword. Like, it's cool.
It's just cool. Like I would just say it's cool. The boss fight, it's there. It looks nice, but
Mm-hmm. Like, if you're not careful, he can one bang you.
like he
Definitely.
does a respectable amount of damage, but all his attacks are blockable. Except for like the spin part,
Mhm.
what I talked about before, because then if you block the first spin, the second spin breaks through your stamina
Okay.
and just hits you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And the DLC cutscene always makes me want to skip this boss because I don't want to do
Yeah,
it. Even though
because
he's mandatory, I still don't want to fight him.
or he doesn't want to kill you because he remembers you from the past. That's just
Bro,
sad.
just play randomizer and it turns into models, trust me.
He also remembers you from the past.
Oh, he does.
He's back with a vengeance.
Right. The Iron Golem.
The easiest, like this is one of the easiest bosses in the game.
It is.
Like, if you just do enough like poise damage to it, he falls over and doesn't do shit for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Or just even get staggered for long enough for it to fall down.
Like the
If you're fast enough, even you can just make it fall down so it just falls out of the arena and fucking dies.
mm-hmm. The only problematic attack I would say is its grab attack, where
Oh yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
expect it, but he reached behind, like between his legs to grab you. So
Like
usually
the
you will just
hitbox of that
roll
attack
behind
is
somebody.
also like the hitbox of that grab attack is also hella whack. I'm
Oh
not
yeah, the
gonna lie.
hitbox is awful, but it's usually it's like, how the fuck did he grab me? I was behind him because he is reaching between his legs to grab
Yeah.
you. But the attack is still fucking shit.
Also, I don't like the fact that like the grab attack. He usually after he hits the grab attack, if you're not careful, he can just yeet you the fuck off.
Yeah, if you're not positioned correctly after this, it's a pretty much instant death because he'll just yeet you off the arena.
Like the Iron Golem is mostly just the boss fight. Like the boss arena is more the boss than it.
Mhm.
It is. Um, I I'm not sure if I like the design of this boss, like just like the appearance of it, because it is just a really big dude in armor with an axe, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter if it's a robot; it just looks like a big axe wielding armored guy.
Mhm.
And this is for somebody that I like Dark Souls 2 a fuck ton, and I'm used to seeing big people with an axe, but I don't know, for some reason in Dark Souls 1, like everything that we fought before this was mostly just, a creature. Like this tireless before this is just like a sort of monster creature type of thing.
Yeah.
And then you just have mecha with a fucking axe. It feels so out of place to me, and
Yeah.
that's why I don't
Mhm.
like it.
I do like the part where this boss has one of the strongest phantoms you can summon in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Tarkus, part of the Avengers, is so fucking strong.
Yeah, we have conspiracy theory that Iron Tarkus is part of the Avengers.
At least Chris says. I still haven't
Yeah,
read
we
up
still
on it,
don't
but
know what the fuck it's about, but it exists.
You know, like,
apparently.
okay, first you just need to accept that the Iron Golem, Iron Tarkus are the same person. After that, it makes complete sense. Trust me.
Anyway, let's go to the next boss. Why is
Thanos couldn't
Gwendolyn
defeat
next?
Iron Tarkus.
Wow. Why is Gwendolyn next?
I mean, you could theoretically speaking fight this boss next.
You could, yes. Okay.
Yeah, like, Gwendolyn is just a bitch ass motherfucker. That's about it, really.
Yeah, it's again
give-
waste of time.
It's a waste of time, and I can't believe how fucking difficult I found on my first playthrough. I just couldn't deal with the magic balls. It's just I
Mhm.
got so impatient, so I just kept on dying because this boss can one-shot you with every single one of its attacks.
Yeah, it also did take me quite some time on my first playthrough because, well, it's just annoying. He teleports, you run to him, attack him a few times, he teleports, you run through him, attack him a few times, and so on and so on. But he has just this stupid magic attack that will pretty much 100% one-shot you, and it just makes him so annoying.
Yeah, like, he has, like, what, three different
He has
attacks
three
or
attacks,
something?
Yeah,
yes.
it has 3 attacks.
You have even less attacks than Moonlight Butterfly.
Also, if you
With the same
stand
pattern
behind
as Wind of
like,
Butterfly.
you can also, like, in the picture see that there are, like, these pillars next to him. You can just stand next to the pillars, and then 2 of his 3 attacks just can't hit you as
Mhm.
well.
I know.
Like, it is just a really annoying fight, and that's honestly all I can say about it, to be
Yeah, it's
honest.
literally just run to him, attack
And
him.
fun fact, this boss has the same music as the Moonlight Butterfly.
It does?
Yes.
I never
Damn,
noticed
damn.
that.
Gwendolyn actually the Moonlight Butterfly? Hold up.
It all works together with the Iron Tarkus as part of the Avengers conspiracy
Yeah,
theory.
yeah. True. I
Don't
gotta
know how
expand
yet,
my
but it
theory.
will.
I like this boss is very lore heavy, and it's mostly, I think, the boss fight mostly just relies on the fact that you know who the fuck you're fighting to make it cool, I guess.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna be honest, even if you know who you're fighting, it's still kind of fucking lame.
Yeah.
I mean, I
'Cause
like
it's
his
also heavily
crown.
like implied that this Gwendolyn is also an illusion. So it's not even cool that you're fighting Gwendolyn because you're fighting maybe a Gwendolyn, maybe just the illusion of Gwendolyn.
You're fighting trap with snakes for legs. That's all there is.
Yeah, true.
Next one. Ah, the good duo, the one that everybody talks about in this game.
Hey, yo, second boss with a more than 5 score of difficulty. Let's go, gamers.
Like it's kind of depressing how low the difficulty
Wait,
scores
who was the
are.
first actually?
I think the gargoyles.
Yeah, the gargoyles
Oh
were the
yeah,
first.
of course, yeah.
But after that, there is not a single difficult boss until like Smaug and Ornstein.
That is true.
Like,
His boss on my
also,
first
of course, with
playthrough.
not difficult,
Mm.
we don't necessarily mean, for your non-first playthrough. I think
Yeah,
when your first playthrough, I think you would die like 2 times to most of the Dark Souls bosses.
Definitely.
But like the gargoyles and Smaug and Ornstein will take you more than 2 tries.
Yeah, like Smaug and Ornstein, these boys are fucking.
It's on my
These boys
first
are Duncan.
playthrough. It took me entire fucking day to. I didn't eat for like 8 hours because I was focused on killing this boss.
Like,
At some
and
point you
even
stop
after,
doing
like,
the
even
fast
on
Smaug.
something like my third playthrough, I still had to I was still struggling a bit with these guys. Like, right after I played Dark Souls 2 for the first time, I went back to Dark Souls 1, and I was again stuck on this boss for a couple of attempts.
Mhm.
Yeah, like this boss
Because-
is just difficult.
Like, indeed, like, the most difficult. Like, I would say, base game, this is probably the most difficult boss in the game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because, there are 2 people, you have to split your attention. If you're not, like, they do a decent chunk of damage, both of them.
They're fairly
They have,
fast.
like, they do have some duo, and after you kill one of them, there's a second phase where just the remaining one just gets the big power spike. which
Mm-hmm.
is, it do be like that. Let me put it like that. It's just you're not prepared for the second phase in any way, shape, or form most of the time. So
No.
on the first time, you're gonna be like, "Wait, what are we doing now?" And then you just see either Big Boy Ornstein or you see Lightning Smau,
Oh, yeah,
and
or you
that's
just see
But
also
Pikachu.
hey, on the bright side, you can make Ornstein kill himself, so that's fun.
Yeah, you can. No, but I remember like watching people when they were first, playing Dark Souls for the first time, and they were trying to take them out, at the same time, so that they both die around the same time. And then when both were like one attack away, they killed one. Second phase starts. They're like, bruh, bruh.
Yeah. I remember my first time dying to Smaug and Ornstein really well because it was just the ultimate combo attack. Like Smaug has this attack where he jumps in the air and sits on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and Ornstein has this charge attack. So he was just charging it, like he was just doing the animation of his charge attack behind Smaug, and Smaug just jumped up, and suddenly I see Ornstein charge at me like lightning speed towards me. I had no reaction to that shit.
I remember my first death. It's like I survived a moment in the fight, so I was like, running away to heal. Then I see Ornstein start his charge, his infamous fucking charge for how glitchy it is.
It's so bugged.
So he stops for like solid 2 seconds, and then he teleports behind me and one shots me with the same
It'd be
attack.
like that.
With he stops with his pose of, and then kills me.
Yeah.
like I am going to say, like, even though this fight is indeed pretty glitchy, it is probably just also one of the best fights. Just
Definitely.
like it has a coolness factor. Even like after you beat them, you do get like the satisfying feeling, and you can also summon NPCs for this boss if you really want to. You can summon players. There's always just that option if you really want to go that route.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say because like there were two as well, it also doesn't feel as cheap to summon for this
Yeah,
boss
definitely.
as it does for
Mhm.
other bosses at some
Mhm.
point.
And Ornstein does look cool. Small looks ridiculous.
Like I really actually just like the thing of like one small fast guy, one big large guy that just slow that is also
Mhm.
slow. Like I think that combination of two things are always fun. And like in a boss fight like this, where it's just near perfect execution, it's
Yeah.
just so fucking good.
And lore-wise, they're also pretty good. And one of my favorite things is the thing that shows their personality is when you first kill Smo, then he is dead and Ornstein just takes his power. But if you first kill Ornstein, you can still see that Ornstein is alive, but Smo just finishes him off and takes his power.
Hmm.
Which
What
makes
I
it
also really
very
like
fucking
is the
cool.
slight bit of extra addition to at least Smaug's lore in Dark Souls 3, where they actually like confirm like yes, Smaug actually stayed with Guinevere till the very end as the last night of Anor Londo. Like that
That's
shit made me just it was so cool. Like that this
Mhm.
man finally got accepted as a knight. It is so nice.
Even though he shouldn't.
I mean, like he really wants to be a knight. He just has the bad habit of eating people.
Fatty. No, okay. That's just.
It is.
I think we've praised this fight
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Like
A buggy mess, but fun buggy mess.
Yeah.
it's so fun.
Next one. Whoops, wrong
I
thing.
don't know who the next one is in this presentation.
Priscilla,
It's all fucked up.
understandably. The waifu.
Yeah, that's actually the one I did next, and I fucking hated every part of this. Not this boss
Yeah,
necessarily, but the area. Holy crap! Fuck this boss.
definitely.
I think I actually gave this boss a difficult rating, and then I just was like, I'm gonna have to explain myself for this one.
Okay, go ahead.
So the first time I played Dark Souls 1, I actually, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing because
Of
like
course.
I had no clue how the fuck the stats and the builds and that sort of shit actually work. So I was just YOLOing my way through the game to enter the painted world because I was like I saw this shit on a YouTube video that there was like that you could go into the painting. So let me see how I can go into the painting. And then I was like, okay, I could kill this person or I could not kill this person. So I was like, obviously I'm gonna kill this person. So I did realize that you could see the footsteps in the stone. But anyway, because of the fact that my build just straight out just sucked dick. Like actually sucked so much PP. Like it's unbelievably bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what the fuck I did, but think about like multi-classing and like every single thing for just nothing, basically. um so like this boss just made me realize that okay, I'm very like a very good amount of way through the game. I believe I killed like one of the lords already.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna play through this game again. But now I actually slightly know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm just gonna invest into Strike when that's it. And just come back here and see how much a good build actually does for this game. And that's why I rate Priscilla difficult, because technically she made me rage quit my first Dark Souls playthrough.
God damn.
Okay,
Like the
that.
boss itself is so straightforward, so like I
Mm,
never had that much difficulty with it.
no.
Like, for me, it just made me realize that, yeah, what I'm doing sucks so much dick that I don't even want to finish this game with this build. So let me just do something else.
I'd. Now, I like the fact that this boss does give you, an option to go away. Where, let's face it, everybody will kill her because she's like, yeah, this is a cool place. The people are cool. After you died like 50 times
Yeah.
to the same boy.
Its inhabitants kind. Bone wheel nightmares.
Toxic blobs.
Every part of this I hated it.
Okay, the one thing I do have to say though, that we're all thinking, this
Mhm.
woman is hot.
I mean, this is why she's called, the wife
Like,
of Dark Souls 1.
I would say that this boss is hot once she gets more than 2 pixels in her face, but it was really difficult to find that. Like, it was both, like, with Priscilla, there was like a combination of a fuck ton of fan art and just 2 pixel Priscilla face. I had not a good picture for her for a long time.
True.
Understandable. And you can cut her tail off.
Yeah.
Which I honestly didn't expect when I was fighting her.
Like,
Like,
she is
first
part
thing I-
dragon.
Yeah,
It's indeed
yeah.
something you don't expect until you know the lore, or you just see online that you can get
That you can get what? Sorry, you cut out.
Priscilla's dagger.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me it was more like I was just first checking around this boss for no particular reason, for sure. And then I noticed, oh, she has a tail. Well, I've seen multiple bosses that can have a tail cut, so let's try that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think the biggest difficulty is many people in their first playthrough will go there early because it's in anal rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
So they will like, oh yeah, let's just go into the painting, and then they will realize that it's a very late game area, and you will suffer because you cannot leave.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's well communicated that it's a late game area.
No,
And
definitely.
that is one of my least favorite parts of this entire game because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think, like, I can really appreciate the level design in this, but I cannot appreciate anything else about it.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I've just traumatized from my first playthrough.
But yeah, boss itself is pretty straightforward. Like once you notice the footsteps, it's fairly easy.
Also, fuck this woman showing up in my randomizer the entire time.
Yeah, that is true. Next one. See if the scale is from the cutscene.
Yeah, again, no good pictures. Either it was way too fucking bright so you couldn't actually make anything out, or it was just a low quality picture.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah, like, Sif has the problem that, like, he has, like, these tentacle thingies that are just... If you just run around trying to hit the tentacles, I don't think most of his attacks will actually ever hit you.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's about it.
yeah. Like, I think that the most difficult part of this boss is getting its fucking tail cut off.
Yeah, no, that's
Definitely.
Like, that
difficult as
shit's
fuck.
so annoying.
If you want to get the weapon, cutting off his tail is just pain in the ass. And
But, like, otherwise,
you know,
this boss shouldn't take you long. You will just probably equip Havels and boys through everything.
the run to him is pain though.
Yeah, it's so long.
Long,
Like, I don't even
yeah.
think it's a difficult path. because just there's not a whole lot of enemies.
Well, it's more of, there are the clams that hit hard, and you might think, yeah, we'll just run past them, and then you realize that one of them went into the boss fight with you.
Yeah, like the first thing, when I was playing this game for the first time, my brother immediately told me like, once you're in the boss fight and you get the cutscene, quit out so that you don't have a clam in your boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really glad that he did say that because holy shit, those clams do hit hard.
They hit hard,
Yeah,
but
the clam, they hit different. Like,
Mhm.
I fucking hate those enemies.
Yeah,
I'm happy that they can drop Soul Killing Titanite, but
Yeah.
it's something.
anyway, back to Steve. I do like the design of this boss. Like,
He
I think
looks
this
cool.
man, he looks cool.
It's a scaleless fucking dragon with tentacles.
Yeah,
It's
he
cool.
just looks cool. Everything else, he also has some okay lore, but everything else beside him kind of sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fight is just mediocre.
I also don't like that the first time you interact, you have to die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's so incredibly uncool.
unless you of
Although,
course know
I
the
did recently
speedrun
learn
starts
that when
on
you
your
go
first
into the
playthrough.
yeah, sorry. But like I did recently learn that once you actually enter the boss fights for the first time, like the
Yeah.
one where you have to die, that you can actually walk out of the boss fight through the fog gate again.
Huh.
Like I didn't know that, but it still just feels like, well, I'm now out of the fight. The fuck am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
Opponent use your souls.
Equip the ring.
Yeah, that as well. Just I also don't like the fact that this boss does curse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Like
the most
like it
like
doesn't usually proc, but when it procs, it's annoying.
I think the easiest way for him to proc curse is, when you're already dead, but the crystals
Yeah.
are still on you, so the curse procs when you're dead.
yeah. That's probably one of the worst fucking things about just Dark Souls 1 in general.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the fucking basilisks can also do it, but
But
with-
like usually you won't die already before you actually get to the basilisk.
yeah, exactly. Okay, next one. My boy. My boy. The pinwheel.
Yeah, yeah. It's no secret that you can just beat Pinwheel's ass no matter in what stage of the game you're in.
No,
I'm kind
no.
of still surprised with the difficulty that he got.
Yeah, I
I
know.
Loki just straight up expected a 1, but somebody gave this boss a 2, and I was like, really?
Okay.
Like I think probably because like he still deals an okay amount of manages to hit you.
Yeah.
It's just so easy to dodge him.
Mm-hmm. But I really like Pinwheel. Like, if he would have just 3 times as much as HP, he could actually be somewhat challenging.
Yeah.
The way I see it, Pinwheel is a reference to a boss in Demon Souls that I don't like in Demon Souls.
Which one?
The fucking
Oh, Forbidden
Fool's
Idol. Oh, Fool's
Yeah,
Idol, not
Fool's Idol.
Forbidden. Oh yeah, true. Mm-hmm.
Like it's also just a boss that spawns copies of herself that you can distinguish by the fact that she shoots like Soul Arrow and sorry, just Soul Spear, I should say, and the other one shoots Soul Arrow.
Okay.
But like in the boss fight itself, there's also like traps placed on the ground that like you can see that just stun you for a bit until you get hit or until a certain time runs out. Like I like that boss a bit more, but I still don't like it in Demon Souls. And in Dark Souls 1, it just feels like, so he made the Fool's Idol. But the boss fight is smaller. There are no traps, and the boss has no health. Good luck.
Yeah. Like, he's extremely easy. I still actually really like his both design and lore.
Yeah. No, like that's such a that's the thing about Pinwheel. Just like this boss has a lot of cool shit going for it that isn't the boss fight.
Yeah.
To be fair, that is
yeah.
something we'll see actually multiple times through this list, I think.
Yeah. Did he also have like a very good music?
I don't remember.
I don't
This man like
remember.
dies in 2 hits. I don't remember.
Yeah,
the soundtrack.
exactly.
Like I remember the first 2 notes of it.
That's about all you would. The only time I died to Pinwheel was
died to
in a
Pinwheel?
randomizer.
Oh yeah, when 2 Gwyn's got spawned.
3. Like, I think it's even still a clip on my channel where we enabled something so that in randomizer Pinwheel would be Pinwheel, but his clones would be randomized to something else. It didn't work a single time, except for the one time where I dropped into the boss fight. I walked towards him, and then 2 Gwyn's spawned on each of my sides, charging at me. And that was the only time I died to Pinwheel.
Yeah.
Still, lore-wise, design-wise, very fucking cool.
I will say though that the reason why this boss has so little health is because they expect you to be able to fight him in the early game. Because it's like if you go the wrong way, this is the first boss you'll find.
Like, if you go there in early game, he can be a bit of a challenge.
Like the
I
way
mean-
I see it, if you go there in early game, you realize that you're gonna suffer and you're gonna turn back right away. Like
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you think that shit's early game, damn you pro gamer. Let me put it like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
like I didn't realize there was a staircase at first, so like I went to like the skeleton area, and then my brother was like, "Yeah, don't go to skeletons."
Hmm.
Okay. Also, this boss has also one of the strongest just summons in the game. Like you can
Yeah.
summon Paladin Leroy for this shit,
Oh yeah.
and he one bangs this boss.
because if Pinwheel wasn't easy enough. Yeah.
I don't know why they give the easiest boss the best summons.
I don't know. Let's go for the next one.
That-
Dorito.
Rave Lord Nito.
Yeah. Stay on
So-
the side of small skeletons and you're Gucci.
Yeah, like in like the back of the boss fight, if you go there, there's some really big skeletons, and that makes the boss fight more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Nito himself, yeah, again, it's a boss fight where you have to take falling damage to fight him,
Mm-hmm.
which
is,
is
again,
not
annoying.
fun.
Yeah.
He has like an AoE move, which if you want to dodge that, sort of like you have to go to the side of the big skeletons most sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can just accept the fact that you're gonna take like 20% of your health and just tank it.
I will say though, the first time that I died to this boss was completely unfair.
Why?
Like I couldn't play with sound at that point because my Dark Souls just had a glitch sometimes where it didn't give sound.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to fall in the boss fight arena, and I was already like low on S, so I didn't want to immediately use my Estus flask. So I was like thinking like, oh, I won't take fall damage when I fall in this, right? So I took fall damage and realized, oh, I have to heal. But before my Estus flask went off, apparently the fucking attack where he just stabs the ground and hits you, he
Yeah.
he casted that, and then I just died to that and I couldn't do anything about it because it only has a sound cue. How the fuck was
Yeah.
I supposed to dodge that?
Like, I do indeed think that is like the attack that you don't know what the fuck he's going to do. So the first time he does that, you're always going to get hit no matter what,
Mm-hmm.
which is just kind of lame.
Yeah,
But besides like that one attack and his AoE, Nito himself has pretty much nothing.
He's very easy,
Yeah.
yeah. Just simple
Like,
the
swings.
difficulty comes from the skeletons in the fight. But if you have a weapon that can permanently kill skeletons, like either a divine weapon or just a silver knight spear,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you can't like the boss is so trivialized. It's not even
That
funny.
Fun
is true.
fact, this is also a thing. Nito himself can even kill skeletons, not permanently,
Oh.
but just his AoE just straight up kills the small skeletons, guaranteed.
Oh.
Mhm.
So it's just like after he does his AoE and you sort of face tank it, you just drink an Estus flask. You get like 10 seconds of like just 1v1ing Nito, which
Oh. Actually,
is
didn't know
just
that.
sort of like, yeah, okay,
Okay.
kind of
This
weird
is also
decision.
one of those bosses that Powered In made so much easier because you just one shot him instead of having to deal with the entire fight.
Yeah.
Like the 10 seconds of free time when the skeletons are dead are just a fucking godsend with Power Within because then you just kill them in that time.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nito himself, has a bit of health, but all of his attacks are so incredibly telegraphed that he's not difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He does look cool though.
Yeah.
I really
just
like his
big,
design.
he's a big skeleton made out of skeletons. That's just funny.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's cool. And he have cool sword.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next
Fun
one.
fact,
Giant
that is-
sword.
Fun fact, that's kind of a recurring weapon through the Dark Souls series.
Yeah, sure. And okay, next one. The Four Kings. Do they have? Apparently more difficult than Dorito.
Like the thing about Four Kings is you have to sacrifice a ring slot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, and I think
you cut out. I think he died. Okay,
God,
he back.
God
yeah.
fucking.
You think?
Like because you have to sacrifice a ring slot. A lot of builds have to either lose the Havel's ring or like the increased magic damage or that sort of shit.
Yep.
Like you have to
Mhm.
you just have to pay such a big price to just even fight these things.
Yeah. That being said, it is still really fucking easy.
Like I think like if you would fight this boss just like on your normal setup, it would be pretty difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But again, just go full Havels. Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think like all Lord Souls can be trivialized with Havels.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would say it's kind of, a DPS check, aka can you kill them before the next one spawns?
Yeah, but like with Havels, the DPS check becomes easier
Of course, of course.
because you really don't have to worry about any of the damage that they're dealing.
Mm-hmm. And
like I am gonna say I fucking hate this boss fight for just the fact that because it's just complete darkness, you can't usually accurately judge how far away from you
yeah,
you are
Yeah,
from them.
that
I
that
understand,
perspection
but
in
at
this
the same
boss
time, I do
fight,
think it looks kind of cool.
it does. But yeah, for the cool factor, I have no clue. They just look so ridiculous. I can't say if I like it or not.
Like I do quite like their look,
It's
especially
it's
like the look of their
weird.
sword,
Yeah,
and
the
just the
sword is cool.
entire aesthetic of just like the purple magic attacks on the pure black background looks really fucking cool to me.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Like I feel like I always forget the Four Kings exist because they're not in the intro cutscene. So,
yeah.
Yeah,
like the first time I played this game, I was like, "Wait, whom's the fuck?"
Mm-hmm.
And still to this day, even though I know their lore, I'm still like, "Whom's the fuck?"
yeah.
Whomst?
Like they
Yeah.
just feel so fucking random to me.
I know, yeah, that there is some randomness to them, definitely. Okay, next one. The diarrhea. The
Oh
fuck
yeah,
is this
ceaseless
pic?
discharge.
Okay, I was trying to figure out where the fuck was his face on this picture.
Yeah, no, I also had that problem when I saw this picture, but this was the highest res picture.
I will make it a bit bigger.
Oh, I didn't center this picture. I just noticed.
Nope. It's like, I mean, okay, I guess if it's your first playthrough, you did try to fight him legit.
I quit Havels.
That, yeah. Like,
Like I don't know how often I just equipped Havels for an easy time.
he will punch you once and then his hand will stay there for like fucking 20 minutes so you can hit him.
Yo, actually, now that you say it, Daniel, is Ceaseless just Discharge just the not Lord version of the fucking Iron King from Dark Souls 2?
Shit, man. Okay, Bauke, you say fuck his laser attack, and then there's me. You have a laser attack?
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
It's an attack that you basically can't dodge.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
Like, if you run away from him, he sometimes just, like, does the fat laser, which just knocks you down and just makes running more annoying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you fight him legit, it's a real problem. But then I have learned like, oh, if you fight him in a corner, then he can't use the laser attack, so he'll just keep attacking with his arms. It's like, oh yeah, this is easy. Or you can just run to the edge again and just like, oh yeah, he'll kill himself basically.
Yeah, like after your first playthrough, you probably will learn through YouTube or whatever that you can just run back to the entrance of the arena, then he will jump there and hang only by his arm, so you need to slap his arm like 3 times and he will die.
I think this boss actually has the record for the least amount of attacks.
Maybe.
Like I can think of 2 attacks.
Yeah, quite possible.
Also,
Oh no wait! Actually, he's a third one where he like tries to splash up some lava. I forgot about that
yeah,
attack. 'Cause he
true.
almost never does it if you
he,
run away from it.
his discharge.
I mean, that's not his discharge. His big laser attack is his discharge.
Okay.
Bauke, you are indeed talking about, like, that, if you're just standing there and did the laser attack. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that one. Like, I don't know.
Like,
Okay,
I
like-
have
Like if you fight
never
him legit,
seen
he actually
it.
does it quite often.
I have
So you have
never
to cheese
seen
him.
it. So,
Like- It's cheeseless discharge.
yeah. Like, and for the cool factor, I both like and dislike how he looks,
I just find him disgusting.
which is, the point.
Yeah, I guess his lore's kind of good.
Uh-huh. And I I really like the shot of, when he's dangling from the cliff. Like
Yeah,
it looks very funny.
but like his lore of him just watching over the corpse of his quote-unquote dead sister,
Mm-hmm.
and also just permanently suffering because he was an idiot and dropped his own ring.
Mm-hmm. I actually don't remember this fucking lore.
Like he dropped basically dropped a orange charred ring, which you need to use
Uh-huh.
to walk through lava. And then the centipede demon just basically like ate that shit, and I was like, oh well, now I'm permanently suffering while watching over my sister's corpse.
But why does he need a ring to walk over lava if he's Loki made
Because
it
he's
out
not
of...
immune to lava.
This man is useless. Next boss.
Yeah.
Like, why do you think he dies when you throw him into the abyss? It's not because he takes falling damage.
Yeah. It's Asylum Demon 3 Electric Boogaloo.
Asylum Demon, fuck this boss. Holy shit, this is the worst one.
Of course. It's a silent demon, but on fire.
Not just that, it's a silent demon, but his attacks have actually a million range, and he can jump from the one side of the boss to the other side.
Oh. Yeah, that
Good
is...
god, I hate him.
I'm trying to position my camera correctly.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know the difference between this boss and the fucking asylum demon.
The stick is longer, and he can jump further.
Like I deadass just I look at it, it's just like about the same moves, use the same weapon. I don't give a shit. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Like, I don't know.
Like this one is actually like he has a lot longer range on his attack. So like if you just fight him normally, like of course will do. It's not difficult. But like if you fight him for the first time and he just dunks you from the other side of the arena, it's not fun.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that.
And you cut out again. He really needs to do something about his internet, man.
Mhm.
You
Listen,
think that?
Like I can't really do much about
I
this, man.
know.
They're probably doing some fuck shit downstairs. You know how it be.
But continue.
Yeah.
You think that what?
Like I just feel like honestly, I lost my entire sentence. Let's just move on.
I would say it's the most difficult out of the three.
Although this one has a lower difficulty grade than the second one.
I guess.
But that's just because the second one has the artificial difficulty of taking falling damage from before
That
the
is
fight
definitely
starts.
true, yeah. Okay, the next one. What the fuck is that photo even?
It's Centipede Demon. Can't you see?
No. Anyway,
Again, Dark Souls 1 doesn't have a lot of high-risk pictures.
I
And it
know.
didn't feel like playing throughout the entire Souls game to get good pictures of every boss.
I must say he does look happy on this picture.
Yeah?
He's vibing.
He's like, "Nyeh."
Yeah!
Just an annoyance for me. Like, if you know about the secret area on the right where you can fight him, it's much easier.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know and you fight him right next to the fog gate, he can be a nuisance.
Like
you
I
don't-
usually just fight him near the fog gate because I just don't want to move.
Hmm.
Like, if you don't know about the thing at the side, then he might accidentally kill himself.
Yeah.
Like, if he grabs you, he can just fall through the fucking floor.
Dark Souls
That's-
1 design, everybody.
Like, Dark Souls 1 is just a game that's just being held together by just a couple of wires, and that's about it.
And the starch from the potato. Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Like, it's just an annoying boss more than anything.
Like, usually I skip this one. I'd much rather just go into the fucking Chaos Blade Covenant and then just...
Yeah, because he is God thanks
Chaos
optional.
Blade Covenant? Chaos Servant Covenant,
Yeah.
the Chaos Blade Covenant. I don't see that spider walking around with a katana.
You don't see that spider walking.
No, true.
Mm.
No, it's just annoying. Not like he will probably kill you a few times on your first playthrough because his attacks are at first, I would say, difficult to dodge, to learn
Mhm.
them. He does have a part that you can cut off, but then this part will try to kill you.
Yeah, but if you like actually kill that part, you have a bigger arena.
That is true, yes. Because, well, you also need to equip it.
Hmm. Well, yeah, but you'll usually just die after that anyway, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
And design-wise,
it's disgusting. If that's what they wanted to go for, it works.
he's a mess. It's kind of like I never know how the fuck am I supposed to even look at this boss. I don't know what is what when I'm looking at him.
No, he's just a bunch of centipedes stuck together.
Like I'm not even sure if what we see on the photo is his front or his side.
That's his side.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
like
sure.
I think so, but
Oh
Okay,
no, wait. Actually, I just looked at it. This is from the cutscene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is from the. What do you guys thought it was from?
I had
I
no
d-
idea.
Like,
It was a high-res picture
okay.
of the
Like
centipedes. I was already just thank you,
for
Lord.
me, it looks like this is his body. You can see my mouse. Yeah, this is his body. This is his leg, and then the other leg is just stretched up. This is how it looks to me.
Anyway, just also I hate
Mm.
the fact that this is a boss for like a big part of the fight will just be standing in the lava and punching you from range.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
this boss is just annoying, and I
Yeah.
hate him.
Okay, the next one.
And it's difficult to look at thanks to the fucking lava. And then we get to everybody's favorite boss, right?
The best designed boss in all of Dark Souls.
Yeah, this boss is pretty much infamous for being bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think I've ever heard somebody say something like just straight up positive about this.
I mean, I do like how the tree looks,
Yeah,
and that's it.
Look,
You can
Like, I
got
would
him,
like-
idiot! Gotta cancel out positivity.
I
with
don't know what you
negativity.
said because you lagged
Yeah.
out. We only heard
Ah.
got him.
I said the tree looks stupid. Got him, idiot.
I would enjoy the look of the tree a whole lot more if it wasn't attacking me.
Yeah. Because the tree isn't a boss, the small bag inside of it is. Which lore wise it's nice. Lore wise it's
Like-
okay.
Lore-wise, I really actually like this boss, especially just the part where like the two branches that are actually like keeping the bed of chaos down are just clearly looking like the isolate stuff that's you can find in the area. So it's like, oh, like it's basically just two sisters trying to hold down the chaos. And the moment you kill those two sisters by killing the trees, you just release the chaos, and that basically causes Dark Souls 2 Ivory King DLC.
Lore.
Yeah, or
No, but it's like you first need to destroy the ball, then you need to destroy other ball, then you need to parkour yourself to the middle, which is painful.
and then you need to hope that he doesn't use fucking Chaos Firestorm when you're going to debug
Yeah. Like
and one-shots you.
I kind of want to learn the speedrun tactic of throwing, going to the middle and then throwing fire bombs to the left
Yeah.
and to the right.
I've also actually like
Mhm.
I was thinking of learning that, but then I realized like, wait, I don't play Dark Souls 1 that much.
No, you don't. Like the only good thing is that at least it doesn't reset every time you die.
Yeah.
Because then it would be oh shit.
Yeah.
Running through it's a parkour boss in an action slasher whatever game.
Like the thing that I usually just
Action
nowadays do
RPG.
is like I go to the right side, kill that part, quit out, go to the left side, shoot that part with a bow, quit out, and then I just hope that I have good luck with
Mm-hmm.
attacks.
Okay. The next is
Oh, and of course I wear a Havel shield so that I can just block all the attacks. Because Havel trivializes everything.
I guess Sanctuary Guardian. I'm actually surprised that this guy has such high note.
That's because he's unfair.
I've never had trouble with him.
I'm surprised that this boss is has such a low score. In all honesty,
Really?
Like I think he's just too squished to actually get a really high score from me, but
Like,
like he's the third boss I believe above a 5.
Yeah, I think so. Like I don't know. I never had a problem with him. On my first playthrough, I first tried him, and now I don't take more than 2 tries usually to kill him.
No, I don't take that long to actually like kill him. It's just he has some attacks that just straight up are not fair.
I guess. I don't
Like,
know. I never
That
felt
makes
that.
him difficult in a way.
like depending on what build you're doing, this boss is an incredible fucking coin flip to the point where you might not actually be able to do things about some of the attacks that he has, which are just not fun.
Okay. I know.
Like,
Actually, I didn't
like-
know that this people will consider this boss that difficult.
Like, it is just basically do you have enough stamina check? That's basically what this boss is, and I hate
Mm.
it.
Yeah, I do actually. I low-key consider this one of the most difficult bosses in the DLC.
Yeah.
Like, I think this guy is above Calamite and Artorias. Like,
Yeah,
low
same
mana scope.
actually. Fuck this boss.
Okay, I find him the easiest out of the DLC, but okay.
Like, Calamite is so fucking easy, and Artorias I can do blind. Like,
I actually have more problem with Calamite than with Artorias. I don't know. I'm just bad at big dragons, except for
I
Gaping
think
Dragon.
Artorias just has whatever. We'll get to that later.
But yeah,
Like, literally the next slide.
design-wise, it's a fucking chimera.
Yeah, it's Chimera. Honestly, nothing original. Who cares?
You can cut its tail
Lore
off, so
wise,
that's...
I don't remember the lore of this boss. I think it's literally like, oh yeah, if you want to get to the rest of the DLC, just make sure that you can fight this.
Like the I think it's Lord of the Souls just literally like, yeah, the guardian of the sanctuary. Yes. Lore.
that is true. Okay,
Yeah.
the next one. Yeah. I think the highest rating so far.
No,
No, is he lower than...
Ornstein is still higher.
Oh yeah, they hit 7 and 6.
7.6.
Yeah,
But this boss fucking slaps.
It's a cool boss.
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. This boss is really cool, but honestly, not the most difficult boss in the world. I'm actually surprised that this difficulty is this high.
I rated him very highly because I fought him on New Game Plus, and then he actually feels like the way he's intended to be fought.
Okay.
Like on New Game Plus, this man actually has the damage to be scary, and with the buff, he's actually like going to one-shot you.
Like unless you have a weapon that can stagger him from above, he can be problematic.
Like the biggest thing I feel like as well is that I just learned is that if you just wear full havels, you don't give a shit about whatever.
I
this man
didn't
does.
wear havels for a single one of the fights.
I didn't wear havels for any of the DLC bosses.
Like I also didn't, but it's one of those things where it's just like the moment you just try it once and you just see how fucked this man is, that it's not even funny.
I would agree with you if the deals if New Game Plus Artorias didn't actually still do enough damage to just kill me with like a decent amount of
You're way
armor.
too focused on New Game Plus.
Yeah,
That's
true.
the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have never fought him below New Game Plus, I think so.
Damn, unoptimal.
True.
I didn't know how to get to the DLC, so I just beat the game and was like, "There's a DLC."
Yeah,
Unoptimal.
and of course, people really like him because he's cool.
Yeah, he is
looks cool,
really
he's
fucking
flippy.
cool. I like his design. I think lore-wise, he's just like, holy fuck, his lore is cool. I like that his arm is broken and it just still is like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking do it to you.
Like, he's not.
Like,
I would have loved a fight where you could just fight Artorias at its optimal form.
Like, I would like it with many people, like fighting Gwyn when he was in his full power, or Witch of Isolate and not the fucking tree. That would be cool.
Yeah.
What if the Witch of Isolith was actually just?
Yeah, his intro is very cool. However, as I said multiple times, I still he's not my favorite just design-wise cool factor boss of Dark Souls 1.
Damn.
But I do like
I think
him.
for me he is.
Yeah,
For you.
honestly, like this man's intro cutscene, like you see this thing which you don't know what the fuck it is at that point, and then this man just fucking bonks him real hard,
And then yeets
throws
him
his
at you.
corpse at you, and then just screams at you while he just does some fuck shit.
Mhm.
Like this man intro cutscene, you know who this man is from the lore, and then he just fights like a beast. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And
Like-
I also just love at the end when you have finally killed him that he actually like doesn't have like a beastly scream like in the rest of the fight, but starts more sounding human again, and it's just like, holy shit, that's chills.
Like, fight with him is, I think, my favorite, but yeah.
Like, this is for me definitely top 3 favorite fights. If not just number 2
Manos,
favorite
kicker of
fight.
the ass.
This is the most difficult boss in the game for me.
Yeah, I agree. Even though he didn't take me as long as Smaug and Orsian on my first playthrough, nearly not as long. It took me, I believe, like 10 tries or even less to kill him.
Like the way I see it, this man has a lot of moves,
Mhm.
and I have a very warped perception of this man after my randomizers.
Yeah, the Kappa Demon boss fight hits different.
No, like he is definitely difficult. Like I actually had more problem with him on my next playthroughs than on the first one.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Like, I think that this boss is just so fucking aggressive that I just can't have a breather.
yeah, like him and Artorias are definitely different than the rest of Dark Souls One for the fact that they're just aggressive, like hyper aggressive.
Like,
I
even with
honestly
Mount
like,
Ornstein, I just usually still feel like I have a breather, but this
Mhm.
one in particular, I
yeah,
just can't stop. Like,
like
he just keeps coming.
it feels like Kappa Demon when the dogs are still alive.
Well, Kappa Demon with a big health bar when the dogs are still alive and they're mortal.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's just the best analysis I have right now.
And
Like
he's like the 5-hit combo move is one of my favorites in the game, honestly.
Yeah, well telegraphed, looks fucking cool, and when you're just permanently stuck in the air, you're just flaming that you use power within before the fight, because you just keep on ticking down.
Yeah. However, like I think what trivialized this boss for me on my first playthrough was the fact that Claymore can stagger him so easily.
The fact that the Claymore is a trust attack is what broke this man for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Claymore with trust attack and Leo Ring does so much fucking damage.
Actually, didn't really use that much of trusting.
Like,
so
the rolling attack is a trust attack, so it's so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
so honestly, I also feel like this man becomes more difficult depending on what builds you have, because I feel like
Definitely.
fighting him up close is a lot easier than fighting him on mid range.
Yes.
Like as a mage, I was just suffering, and then I was just sort of like, "Fuck it, I have like I don't know, like a bandit there. Let me just use that," and then it went so much easier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like as a mage, he's definitely more difficult. And holy fuck, he looks cool. There's
Yeah.
just so much going on top of him, on his head, all of the eyes, the giant arm, the small arm with us. He's just so fucking cool.
Also, I
Like
really love the fact that
it's unique.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I really love the part that when you get dragged into the DLC, you just see this menacing hands, and you just eventually like get down into the abyss. Everything's dark. You enter Folk, and then you get dragged down to this place, and you see this man walking up to you menacingly.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, that
Singly.
like that shit is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like,
Like-
where Artorias is shown to be a beast in this cutscene and shit. Like, at least you can see him enter. You just get dragged down there without consent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be real. Like I am gonna say this about Manus though, is that like it only feels like that the first time. Like
Yeah.
for the like after the first 5 seconds in the boss fight, I just look at this man and think like, why does he have like like the fucking masturbation hand meme hand? Like that was all that I deadass could think about, because that meme was so fucking popular at the first time I fought him. I was just sort of like, the fuck is this shit?
I do think that his dark attacks are kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
his
do
like-
dark
be.
attacks are dark.
Just
Like,
use the
yeah, they're dark
pendant.
attacks. It's basically just fighting a dark beat user, but also strong melee.
I'm sorry, but a dark beat user just does more damage than Manos. Don't disrespect them. Okay.
That is actually kind of true, yeah.
I fucking hate dark beat users.
Anyway, the next is the dragon.
The
Alamit.
easiest boss fight of this DLC by far.
I find it the second most difficult of the DLC.
I am so fucking. I don't agree with the score whatsoever.
No.
but
I don't know how it got this high.
Mhm.
like apparently people find this man relatively difficult. Like yeah, like it's just cool-ish, I guess. Like
I like this fight.
honestly, I have almost no opinion about this boss fight, because
Mhm.
Like, it's a relatively easy dragon fight. It's just I don't like the part where he's hanging in the air.
Yeah. Like
Like-
I really suck at like big dragons and shit fight. So I just had problem with it.
hmm like I feel like for a dragon fight he doesn't even fly that much, which is a good thing, by the way. Holy fuck, thank God.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't feel like that the fact that he's a dragon impacts the fight all that much.
No. Also,
It-
like, for a dragon, he's really fucking small compared to what we've seen.
yeah, but I honestly kind of like that.
I just don't understand how this is a dragon that like Anorlondo couldn't kill. It's a really fucking easy fight. Like
Yeah.
Seath, I guess it was their ally, but Gaping was like basically killed. But this boss is fucking easy.
I mean, you're just overpowered at the point where you're fighting him, Chief.
Bro, we are literally looking at a man who can 360 no-scope this man out of the air while being blind. How is this boss considered difficult for Orlando?
I don't know. Okay.
He retired.
I mean, yeah, he just got old, man.
Healthcare benefits do be like okay anymore.
Okay, the next. Yeah, Gwyn. Which is, just look-wise and arena-wise, my favorite boss of Dark Souls 1.
I
Yes.
think the biggest thing Gwyn has going for him is the fact that his soundtrack is just so much different from all the other bosses.
Plin,
Yeah.
plin, plon.
Yeah, and honestly, outside of that, I really don't care for this boss.
Like I like the part where he actually looks really hollow and shit, so that like
Yeah.
it shows like, oh, even gods are not safe from this curse. But then I realized, wait, Gwyn isn't immune to this curse. He's just a dickhead.
I don't know. I just really like how he looks, and the whole, the whole area before him is also very fucking cool. I don't know. He just tickles the right spot for me.
I don't like how long the walk is to him. All things
Yeah,
considered.
and I don't
is,
like
yeah.
the Black Knights in front of it.
That is the only
Well, it's
thing.
like I don't give a shit about the Black Knights, all things considered, but like, I just don't really care that much for this boss. It's just he's not the most difficult thing. If you know how to parry, this man is just
He's
non-existent.
very easy. If you know how to parry, he's just a joke.
Like,
Yeah.
and otherwise, like he has some sauce if you don't know how to parry. Like some of his things are like relatively fast. I think like if like again, if you know how to parry, the boss is way too fucking easy. If you are not confident in your parrying skills, this boss actually is relatively alright. I still like that. I would say like that this man becomes like around Artorias level, where it's like you have to figure him out a bit first before you can kill him. But the fact you can parry him, just the fact.
Is he too easy for a final boss?
I think it has something going for it that he's actually kind of easy because it shows like that just the lords have fallen from
yeah.
grace. I think the fact that he's easy is part of the boss fight.
Again, this is one of the things that I would really like him to. I would really like to fight him, in his glory. That's basically one of the things.
The way I see it, like the final boss doesn't have to be difficult necessarily. So
No.
honestly, I don't mind it that he is easier. Like I'd feel like that if, for example, Ursina Small would be the final boss, for example, that I don't know. Like I don't think that would, do it the same way to me.
Like he's a good final boss. He's memorable, that for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially
Although I don't like that after you beat him that you instantly go into New Game Plus.
Yes,
but...
that is.
No, I really like the part where they removed that in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
Also, like I think it's just a tradition to make final bosses kind of easy.
Yeah.
Honestly, we'll talk about fucking Dark Souls 2 when we get there.
Okay.
Fucking the genre is a joke. Anyway.
Yeah, the conclusion of Dark Souls 1. Average difficulty 4.3. Yeah, kind of easy game. Not gonna lie, man.
Like that's just something that you notice once you actually like look at the difficulty. There were like most of the bosses that actually had above a 5 rating were in the DLC.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, of course, if we talk about the real difficulties, Dark Souls 1, it is just the rolling, but...
Yeah, the rolling is difficult. Like, the rolling makes it difficult, and some of the areas are just really annoying.
And then again, playing with mouse and keyboard solved that because I never used lock-on.
Like, I can't play without lock-on, and not having omnidirectional rolling fucks me up. But yeah, the highest difficulty is the lowest difficulty is Pinwheel with 1.2. Just fucking.
Who gave him 2? Who gave him 2? I don't understand.
I know somebody that gave him 2, but I don't want to call him out like this.
Do it.
This is a no bully stream. We'll bully you after this stream. Okay, so.
And the reason why I gave him a 2 is because he actually has damage output if you get hit by his attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
But
attacks
that's
do
like the
deal
same as giving
damage.
Confidence Demon a 2. Whatever, we'll get to that. No, it wasn't you. Don't worry about it, Bauke.
Yeah.
Anyway, highest difficulty, Manus and Smaug Ornstein with 7.6. For very
Understandable.
different reasons.
Mhm.
Like, I feel that's deserved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
I think Manus for his insane aggression, and Smaug Ornstein because of their combination attack, like combination.
And some bugs.
Yeah, and some bugs, but in
Like I
general,
Yeah.
difficulty rating is kinda low.
Yeah.
And now, if you'll excuse me, I need to quickly go to the bathroom. So
Yeah, sure.
you guys
We'll
just introduce Dark Souls 2 to the people.
Yeah.
d-
So you guys like Dark Souls too? Well, it is my favorite Soul game, but not because of the bosses. Let me tell you that.
let's do it. Yeah.
Souls 2 does overall have weaker bosses than Dark Souls 1.
However,
but
it still have some of my favorites. Like overall
Like-
favorite bosses.
like the way I see it, the bosses that are good in Dark Souls 2 are just really good, but
Mhm.
it's just like they're only memorable because the rest is so shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all things considered, it is what it is.
Like I don't know. There is, of course, the fact that this game have twice as many bosses as the other ones. Just how many it have? It have 40
Yeah.
bosses, right?
Hmm?
It have 40 bosses.
Something like that.
if
I
I'm,
don't
if I'm not
fucking know, man.
mistaken, which is a fucking lot. So of course, not everything will be good. Some of them will literally just be a placeholders.
Yeah, it's almost like I was wanted to make the joke that Dark Souls 3 has more spears than bosses in it, but at the same time, that's kind of bullying.
Yes, good. Bully the game.
um,
Now, like as much as people shit on Dark Souls 2, I still think it's not deserved. It's the best Dark Souls, man. It have
Oops, wrong thing.
it have the worst and the best bosses.
anyway,
And I'm back.
Okay.
he's back, so let's go.
The Last Giant.
I can see your mouse, I think.
Yeah.
Oops.
I was checking if it was my mouse, but
No, it's my mouse.
Yeah, the Last Giant. I like that he has a second face.
Yeah, which is fairly unique for like that early of a boss.
I
I
also
mean,
like
like-
that he has multiple lock-on locations, although that's nearly not ever used anymore in Dark Souls 2, which was kind of sad. But yeah.
The only reason why I had problem with that guy is because I didn't know what the fuck adaptability was.
Like for me, it was indeed a mixture of adaptability and, honest to God, not getting used to the difference of game speed from Dark Souls 1.
Okay.
Like, that was actually such a hard thing to get used to, the fact that it was just a slower game.
Mm-hmm.
the only reason why I really had difficulty with those bosses was because I basically entered this boss fight with permanently half health because of the fact that they didn't want to use human effigies because they felt limited for me.
Imagine thinking they're limited.
Imagine dying. Okay, sorry.
That as well.
Like, I did actually have a lot of trouble with the Dark Souls 2 early game. I still
Oh
do
no,
nowadays.
yeah,
but,
no, definitely.
Like,
Just-
I find it probably the most difficult early game.
Getting into Dark Souls 2 for the first time was, I think, the most difficult out of all of Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly because of adaptability.
Yeah, but once you have some adaptability and
it's
understand the
getting
game
good.
mechanics better, I feel like this boss would get a lower difficulty rating than 3.8.
Definitely.
Like, I think I did this boss as like my first playthrough
Mhm.
because I just couldn't rate Dark Souls 1 anymore on my first playthrough because it was just such a long time ago,
Mhm.
and I only really remembered Priscilla. Um,
Respectable.
Yeah, like I do like the design.
He looks cool.
I don't think his lore is too impressive, in all honesty.
It's more confusing, actually.
Like, that's what I mean. It's
Mhm.
just it's just there, but at the same time, is it really there?
Like, the lore is that he's the last giant, and he's the giant lord that you fight later in the game. But you kill the giant lord, while at the same time, that is canonically speaking not possible if you are already like live in a different time zone, unless somehow you in
Live in a different time zone.
time period.
So I assume like we live here and the giant lord just lives somewhere in America.
No, but like if we live in a different time period, that only makes sense. Like if you somehow forgot about your past being that you were the giant lord slayer, which is a possibility in Dark Souls 2, but I don't know.
I
It
don't
sounds
know.
strange.
Honest to God, it's like I don't care that much for
Mm.
lore in general, but
And I really
I
like
do
the
like
fact that he rips his hand to just smack you.
Yeah,
like
and I
I-
actually really like the part where because he rips his hand, he kind of has like a sword, like he does in the
hmm
giant lord fight.
and again, I do like how he looks. Like he
Mhm.
looks like he's just completely fucked. So you don't like it doesn't feel like it's difficult. Like it's not easy for the sake of being easy, but it's just you're fighting something that is just incredibly fucking weak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he has like two fucking pillars stuck in his body as well. Like it's just weak.
Haha, Pillar Man. Okay, sir.
Okay, the next is the Pursuer. I did have a lot of problems with him in my first playthrough, and actually I did have problems with him for quite some time. I just couldn't dodge his attacks.
like
Like
the moment I learned that you should just walk through the shields and then sometimes dodge through an attack, it becomes so easy.
Mhm.
Like-
Especially because I can actually parry really well in Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls, like there are multiple ways to just defeat this man, but I've even when I felt fought him legit my first time and shit,
Mhm.
it it just didn't feel that difficult.
Hmm.
Like I didn't even know about walking to the right and shit. It was just this man didn't really like it. Just most of his attacks were telegraphed in such a way that when I got used to the rolling from the first boss fight, it just didn't really feel that difficult anymore.
Okay.
I guess.
And I remember, going first try for the kill with the ballista, and then I hit him once with the ballista, and when I wanted to hit him again, apparently I started reading a message instead of that, and he charged at me and killed me.
Should not have read, idiot. Okay.
Yeah. Should be playing
Anyway,
lots of
like
online, man.
I think it was even on my stream.
I don't
no-
think it was in your stream, but I might be wrong.
I don't
Uh,
know. It's just pain.
I do have to say though, I do think his design is not that interesting. I like
Oh.
that you fought him early,
hmm
see him like, oh, it's that guy, and he's like, or even if you didn't face him before, it's just he pulls the sword out of the ground. He's just looks semi-intimidating, but
And I do like his armor. He looks
I do
cool.
also like the fact that basically, like, once you get grabbed and you get cursed by him, that he gets red eyes, and with that signifies that he gets also more moves.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
yeah.
that with every next pursuer that you fight, you can actually just check his eyes whether or not he can use that move.
hmm
Although he'll nearly never use it.
No, getting grabbed by him. If you get grabbed by him, you should be embarrassed.
True. But like
Uh,
even the ones that can already cast it immediately, because those are there as well.
Yeah.
You'll still almost never use the attack where it just like basically explodes in like dark energy.
Again, this is if you're playing, just base Dark Souls 2, you don't have to worry about it because there's only one pursuer in base Dark Souls 1. So
Which,
Yeah.
I like that he actually, pursues you in the scholar.
like I don't like that they're all in the fucking like Lost Bastille.
Yeah, okay, that
Like at
that
some point,
is.
I get kind of bored bored with fighting them. It's like after the fourth or fifth one.
I can understand that. Yes. Okay,
Like holy shit, there are so many of them.
the next. The man, the dragon rider.
This boss is so fucking
Yeah,
easy.
I never had problems with him. It's just you
The
have
only
no
way that I
HP.
nowadays die is if I try to make him jump off the cliff and I somehow fail that. But that's very rare.
Mm. Like he does hit relatively hard for early game, but then again,
That's
he's
if he hits.
of course that's what I was about to say. His attacks are just so telegraphed that it's just super easy to dodge.
Like you can dodge them, you can also just block them all if you have like the like extended arenas. I'm just gonna call it.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Like, cause then you don't have to worry about the knockback that his attacks deal.
Mm-hmm.
Most of his attacks like he doesn't do the follow-ups most of the time, which just means that you don't have to worry about shit.
Yeah. And then you hit him and realize that this man have no HP.
Like
Yeah.
this man indeed looks like he should have a lot more HP or armor than he actually has.
I would say it's actually easier. Sorry, it's more difficult to fight the Hide Knights outside than this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually 100% agree. Those guys have more health than him, I believe.
And they hit hard.
Yeah, that as
And
well.
I do have to say this. I really wish that like that in just base Dark Souls 2 that in
In the
like
Heights
compared
Tower
to
would be
Scholar,
Hide Knights.
like in just base Dark Souls 2 there are no Hide Knights in Heights Tower or Flame, but I did wish that in fucking Skull of the First Sin they at least kept one of the knights as just a guaranteed drop for the Heights straight sword.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be nice.
Although Miracle's builds are still kind of broken in Dark Souls 2, let's be honest with people.
Yeah.
Are they now? Hmm.
There's kind of a lot of ways to make
And
it
yeah,
powerful.
design-wise, big dude in armor, but even more boring than Pursuer.
Yeah.
Like his armor just looks stupid.
It just looks generic. I should say it
Yeah.
like that.
It's just
Yeah,
nothing
like-
special. Okay, the next. Ornstein. Again.
Yo, but
Well-
it's edgy Ornstein. He's darker now.
Yeah, it's black Ornstein now.
Like this
dark.
boss. It's just Ornstein from the original game, but squishy
and without
with
Smo.
dark attacks.
And without Smo, which was what made the fight, that difficult
Yeah,
in the first place.
Like
Because
it's
there was two.
small Ornstein without Smough.
Yeah,
That is squishier.
yeah, that
Like-
and less buggy actually as well. So
Less buggy as well. The biggest trap I could see somebody falling in here is think that parrying him would be valuable. But no, it's not, because he has lower recovery frames if he doesn't get parried. Which is
like,
fucking
I
funny to me.
eventually just had to ask you to stop parrying this man, because holy fuck, you fucked me up by doing that, man.
I didn't understand that the recovery frames would be so fucking low if I would just parry him.
well,
Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm. And
But yeah, like he's definitely not difficult.
no,
He can do some damage, but honestly, I don't think you should have that much difficulty with him.
and you can get a decent summon for him as well. The guy,
For this boss?
well, it's the guy that you can also summon for the Dragon Rider, the one right next
Oh,
to
okay.
him. Like you can bring him to this fight, and he's actually pretty decent.
I'd never used
Like,
summons, like near these two fights. So
I was just playing around Sunday, and he pretty much staggers him with every hit or every second hit.
that's
Yeah.
I
good,
don't
yeah.
know if that summon is in base Dark Souls 2. I don't think so. But
Hmm.
honestly, I should probably stop talking about base Dark Souls 2 at this point, because
Nobody
it
plays
doesn't
it.
really matter.
Didn't, like Daniel and I never played base Dark Souls 2. We only played Scholar.
Based
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2.
This man, these people are cringe.
Mhm. And design wise, it's Ornstein,
Ornstein.
but gray.
Yeah,
Like, I think this is one of the laziest bosses in Dark Souls 2.
like
And
the
as
way
we
I
will
see
see,
it,
Dark Souls
like
3 will do it
you've
again.
you've seen it before. It's not as cool now, so
You've seen it before, and you will see it again. Twice.
second first, same as the first.
Flexel Sentry. I did have some troubles with this boss on my first playthrough. It did take me quite some time.
I think the part where the water comes in, so you slowly start having a worse and worse roll, is really fucking annoying.
Oh, it happens?
Yeah, if you're not fast enough, you just get a worse and worse roll.
I never noticed that.
If you want to experience how it is to fight the Flexel Sentry with highest water, just fight the Flexel Sentry that's before the Lost Sinner fight.
Yeah, I know that.
It's a fucking pain in the ass. I
But
think that...
does it go up infinitely or?
No, it
No.
doesn't.
Aw.
Like, you can't just have an underwater fight.
I would be like, yeah, you just drown now. Okay.
That's fucking dumb.
I mean, I do like this boss simply for the fact that its soul makes some good shit, and that's about it.
Like, I think design-wise, it's
He looks goofy.
interesting.
He looks
it's-
goofy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, those tiny legs should not support that.
No. I also do think that there's just one very easy side and the other one that has some sauce. But
Mhm. It's just Nah.
Still really easy.
Yeah, nothing special about him.
Yeah.
And then you
And
meet
he's
him
weak to lightning,
again.
like most bosses in this game.
Yeah, and he's also in fucking water and weak to lightning, which is just so fucking
Like-
weird.
Yeah,
He's so weak to lightning.
he's ultra weak. Okay, next. Ah, the Ruin Sentinel. How the fuck did they take this picture? Actually, quite nice.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I was happy that I found it because
Yeah.
it was higher res.
This fight did take me a shit ton of time on my
Yeah,
first playthrough.
this fight
Holy
took me
shit.
really long.
I
Actually, like
see
on my first playthrough, it didn't take that long because then I was because it didn't actually do them at the moment where you're supposed to fight them. So
Mhm.
I was just like there with a plus 10 weapon and level 150.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
that's fucking funny. Yeah, I see this boss as the Dark Souls 2 skill check
Yeah, that
because
is actually, yeah.
it's just like you don't like. There's just not really any tricks to this fight, except for the fact that you're probably gonna die a couple of times to this boss simply for the fact that you don't know some things.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't know that they don't come at you immediately.
So
They
you do
don't know
have
that.
time to kill the first one on the edge.
Yeah, like, and
Mhm.
you don't know that if they fall down, they have like the special jump up attack.
Yeah.
Like, it is just a couple of things you need to like know about this boss before you like really do it to him. But you can learn all the moves for this boss on just a one-on-one basically, or at least most of the moves one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, you have the choice of staying up there and not taking the falling damage and just do some damage to one of them, and then jump down later, even if you want to. Or I can just jump down instantly for the big fuck off arena to fight the remaining two. And I really think this is a good boss. Like, I
Yeah,
really
no, I
like this
really like
boss.
it, yes. Actually,
Um,
like how I did it the last time I was fighting them was because of my damage output was so high, I just, killed the first one, waited for the second one to jump up, killed him, and then we just waited for the third one.
yeah, like
Yeah.
there are a couple of strategies you can actually use to kill these people, and I think it's a nice boss fight, and I
Mhm.
think it's just relatively difficult as well.
What I also really like is that if you explore the area properly once again, you just get rewarded because you then get just a twinkling hammer. That just makes this boss fight a lot easier as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Like
is true.
it really just reminds me of the gargoyles.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Unlike the gargoyles of this game.
And actually, I do quite like how they look. They're, the big dudes in armor, but they're quite skinny and shit. I do
like
like
they're
how they look.
skinny. They have a interesting looking helmet. They actually use a weapon type that you don't necessarily see all that often, I would
Mhm.
say.
And they can yeet their shield, which is funny.
Yeah, which also makes the boss fight a lot easier.
Yeah, because then they don't have shield.
Yeah, then they aren't blocking the entire fucking time.
The next.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the boss I did only once in all of my playthroughs of Dark Souls 2.
I've done like 3 times.
In my few hundred hours in Dark Souls 2. Boss just seems pointless.
This boss is difficult for just bad reasons. They're just like
Mhm.
the other boss we just talked about. There's a lot of them. But in this case, it's just like, yeah, this is like me and the boys, basically, where one of them gets half health, another one just shows up to fuck with you, and that's about like it's so
Yeah.
fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I would say this is really just a DPS check like the Four Kings because you can kill one of them before the next one actually spawns, so you can just real easily do this boss fight one-on-one the entire
They're
time.
basically
Like-
like, oh yeah, we had gargoyles in Dark Souls 1. Let's just put them in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah,
They even have the same music as the gargoyles from Dark Souls 1.
They even look almost the same, Chief.
like I'm gonna be honest, like I always when I fight this boss, I am pretty much like near the end of my build because I just don't like this boss fight whatsoever.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And in base Dark Souls 2, the reward for killing these fucks is also a lot more like it's just bigger than what you get
What do you
in
get
the
in
Scholar.
base Dark Souls?
You remember the key that you get after the Ruined Sentinels to open like the things
Mhm.
in Lost Sinner's Rise?
I need to kill the gargoyles for that.
You need to kill the gargoyles for it. It's
Okay.
after like that area with the invader. That's where the key
Hmm.
was.
Okay. Huh.
Which meant that, the reward for killing the gargoyles was actually quite massive if you were able to do it early.
Yeah.
Which I do find kind of weird is that after this boss fight you get a small area, And that area looks exactly like the Kappa Demon boss fight. I
don't
don't know why they
remember.
made it. Like, there's a small area where you can find the Dragon Tooth and Scholar, and it just looks the same as the fucking Kappa Demon boss fight.
Okay.
I still
Like,
find
it
it. I
has
still
the same
find it
layout.
weird.
There are dogs, and there's an invader, but like, it's just the Kappa Demon boss fight down there.
Okay.
Again, I don't understand why they put another dragon tooth in that area in
No,
Scholar.
me
It's
neither.
so fucking weird.
Yeah,
Like, there are some really strange choices in Scholar.
there are. Anyway, the
Yeah.
next is Lost Sinner. Actually, I really like this boss.
I think it's on the easy side, but I do like the boss.
Like I would say, in the first playthrough, it is quite challenging, definitely.
Like, the reason why I had difficulty with it on the first playthrough was because it didn't fight the Ruined Sentinels. So I
Again.
didn't have the key.
Pre-patch fucking Lost Sinner with a New Game Plus 2. Yeah, no, that shit was horrid.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about New Game Plus. We're talking about the, normal.
I know, but holy fuck, I hate this boss fight so much. But like just New Game, yeah, I kind of like this boss fight.
Yeah.
It's just relatively just standard. It's a non-armored person with just a big sword that is relatively fast, has some movement here and there. It's kind of nice.
Like
And the part where the bug crawls in the ice, it always creeps me the fuck out.
Like it looks fairly simple, but I really like how it looks.
Loris, I also quite like this boss actually. Just somebody who locked up herself because she just was afraid she would hurt her friends.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting it's a woman.
Yeah, I know. Like, she does be hitting different.
Yeah.
And her gloves actually boost your fire damage.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. But yeah, overall, fairly simple. Like, simple but somewhat challenging boss.
It's a solid boss. Like,
Definitely.
I think the difficulty rating is accurate.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely won't take you that long. But the path towards this boss, though, is fucking garbage.
Yeah.
And the summon you get for this boss is fucking garbage.
There are two, right? Yeah, there are two.
Yeah, there's two. One is Sellsword Luet, which is just like, oh, yeah, I have a tank now.
He's funny.
And the other one is Lucatil of Mira. Holy shit, she sucks.
Where, you
I
know,
know
there's...
that you stand Lucatil, Chris. We don't have to get into that.
I stand Lucatil this household because of my New Game Plus 2 adventure.
I don't know, for me, Lucatil is always, or she doesn't get to the boss fight, or she dies.
Yeah, like, it's sometimes really difficult
just-
to keep her alive.
Yeah.
Like, she's blocking the entire time, but then every time when the Lost Sinner starts attacking, she stops blocking.
Yeah, actually, that is true. The next. Oh, it's the chariot. Jesus Christ, I was trying to figure out from the picture.
I mean, I'm sorry, that's kind of clear what it is.
Yeah. Be free, my master. Oh, which is, by the way, the only reason why I like this boss, because of Happy Souls.
Yeah. I mean, I still don't like the boss.
No, fuck this boss.
Well, like the
Like-
gimmick for this boss is not fun.
No.
No.
You need to run around, hide, run around, hide. Hope that
Kill two necromancers.
Yeah, hope that skeletons don't fuck you in the ass while running around and hiding. And then kill the horse. That's all there is to it.
And sometimes kill, like, the guy that summons the skeletons.
Yeah,
I
of
just
course.
always kill the
Necro-
guy that summons the skeletons because the skeletons are just such a big fucking distraction.
Mm-hmm.
But the annoying part is that like, if you don't do enough damage to the guy that like summons the skeletons, so are like slightly too slow, like even like something like 3 attacks, the skeletons will catch up to you and lock you up in that small part, and then you just
Yeah.
I hope that the chariot will come by soon to kill these guys.
And then it never does. It never does come when you want it.
Like, I
mean,
do
it will
think this
sometimes.
boss is relatively difficult, but not for good reasons. Again, it's mostly the fucking skeletons with the necromancers. That's the
Yeah.
boss fight.
Like, my best time investment in Dark Souls 2 was to learn how to actually roll through the spiky wheels.
Okay.
Like, and now I can actually just rush this boss a whole lot better. So, like, every single time when I know, like, oh, I need to actually get my red sign soapstone, I will just quickly get that now.
Yeah, because that's how you get it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fuck this boss,
I
honestly.
wish that this boss wasn't mandatory if I wanted to do PvP with Chris.
Mm-hmm. It's just annoying. And design-wise, it's a fucking chariot.
Yeah,
Like-
but it's fused
It's
dark
a,
shit.
it two-headed dark horse. Yeah, this
Mm.
Like,
Next.
I do like the idea that the boss is the horse and not the guy on the horse.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is funny, but
That
yeah,
is
that's about
memes.
it.
Lore-wise, I think it's actually pretty interesting though. Like,
We don't
just
talk
the Iron
lore.
King being so scared of hollowing that he just decided to put all the hollowing, all the hollows just in a circular area to just be tortured by this executioner's chariot. Like, it's interesting.
Skeleton lords. I'm surprised by this difficulty.
It's difficulty 3.2.
3.2.
You can be overwhelmed. That's all I can say.
guess
Like,
if you're
on my first
stupid.
playthrough, I just killed all 3 of them immediately and was like, oh, now there's just a fuck ton of skeletons.
I guess, yeah, if you kill all
I
3 of
still
them.
first tried it.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
still
don't
really
know,
fucking
it's
easy.
just a very easy boss, yeah. And
Like,
what?
I don't know why it got this high, but
No.
it got this high, so
Yeah, like honestly, I just don't care that much about this boss. Design is
No.
uninteresting. The boss fight is unmemorable as fuck because it's just you kill one of them in 3 hits, then the fucking spooky boys just come at you and that's it.
Isn't it like one of the very few places where you can actually, meet the bone wheels in this game?
it's the only
Yeah,
place, I believe.
it's literally the only
It's the
place.
only
One of
one.
them, it's like 2 bone wheels and that's it.
Yeah.
But they're
Still
the
not
nerf
impressive.
bone wheels, so
Yeah, like, they
Yeah.
don't one-shot you by just existing.
Nope. Those are the hedgehogs from DLC.
yeah.
Okay, the
The
next.
God.
bonier wheels, no okay.
No, those are the boneless wheels.
Damn.
Okay, the next one is
Actually, they're the wheelless bones.
the covetous deal. Look at him being happy.
He's so happy. He's also so fucking easy.
Yeah.
He has such interesting attacks, but he's so easy.
Like, again, I think this is pretty similar to Pinwheel, where this boss has some interesting shit about him, but he's just, he have no HP. And
Like, I actually love the wiki for this shit. Like, it has like so many fucking different strategies to just say like, hey, this is how you can kill him. Hey, this is how you can kill him. And like,
Yeah.
they even have something like, well, if your armor gets eaten, if you get hit by that attack, just make sure to have some throwing knives because they can kill this boss really easily. And I'm like, bruh, just R1.
yeah. Like, if you have, a piercing weapon, this is a joke. Even more
Yeah.
of a joke.
But this is one of the very few bosses that has lightning resistance. So
Yeah.
fuck you, Miracle Bills. You'll still kill him in 1 hit.
I
No,
again
2.
just think of the co-op run where I was just like, hey guys, you want to do the mechanic of this boss fight? And then I just shut down the pots with the guys in them
Mhm.
to just
Yeah.
make the boss fight last longer.
Yeah. Like, I remember
was-
trying to bait the, the attack where he eats you and takes your armor. I never got it.
Yeah.
Never. It's
Like,
fucking
this boss
impossible.
has some cool attacks, some cool mechanics with the guys in the pots. And it's not necessary because you kill him in 5 seconds.
I know.
Why? Come on. Don't do it to this man. He's so happy, Dark Souls 2.
And design-wise, it's a blob.
It's a blob.
It's
like,
a
lore-wise,
blob.
Like, lore-wise, I think this boss is fucking funny, but like, Meet the Painful Queen is just horny on main for this shit.
Anyway,
It's just a happy blob.
But don't you want to fuck it, Daniel?
No. Yes.
Anyway, like, time for Mita.
I sometimes just keep forgetting this woman even exists.
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
remember her name. Even if I think, oh yeah, this boss. The fuck's
I
her
wish I
name?
could get her spear.
Why?
Wait, you can't get her spear?
Hmm?
You can't get her spear?
You can't get her spear.
That's
Mm.
unfortunate.
Like,
Shit looks
just-
cool.
Like, of course,
know.
there is the whole thing about you having to light the windmill. Which, how the fuck are you supposed to know that?
In Dark Souls 2, they actually put a guard there, so it actually shows. And they put multiple phantoms that you can summon that walk through this place and point at it.
I guess.
Yeah, like in base Dark Souls 2, I'm not gonna lie, there were just messages there that were just sort of like, hey, you can light it, and me playing offline was just sort of like, hey, yeah, at least this woman has a very low amount of HP, all things considered, and
Mhm.
most attacks don't deal that much damage, so
Yeah.
it becomes a DPS race instead, like if you don't drain the poison.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
but when you drain the poison, the
it's a
whole arena
joke.
just becomes less toxic-y, so
Like,
Yeah,
if you drain the poison,
that's
this
fine.
boss is a joke, honestly.
yeah.
It's still a DPS race, but a slightly easier one.
Yeah,
Lore-wise, she's a bitch.
we don't
think.
talk about lore.
Yeah, I don't
And
think
Shoot
we
the
have to
heads of
talk
the
about
mannequins.
lore.
like, design-wise, she's a fucking Gorgon without a head.
Yeah.
What is
She
there
does have
to
some
it?
magic, which I kind of find funny, but that's about it.
Yeah.
You can also cut off her tail, but it doesn't do shit, so.
Oh yeah.
It makes the
actually.
grab attack less good.
Okay, the next
Anyway,
is
Yep,
Smelter
Boy.
Demon. Honestly,
Holy shit, this boss is difficult.
yeah, it's fairly difficult. Yeah, I do like the first Smelter Demon.
Mm-hmm.
He's alright. Like, he's a fairly decent challenge. Like, not too early, not too late. He can kick your ass.
Like, it really does encourage an aggressive playstyle because of the fire around him, so you just want, like, oh, I need to keep attacking, otherwise I'll just run out of healing items.
Yeah,
Like, I
he's
like it quite a lot.
he's optional as well. So
hmm
there's that. The path to him is annoying though.
Like, I hate this area for the amount of Hollow Knights there are. Like, it's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. Like,
I also like his design, all things considered. It's
he
just
looks cool as fuck.
like it's indeed just, big guy and just sort of like the Iron Golem as well, where I just feel like it's kind of weird because I do kind of feel like it's slightly out of whatchamacallit,
Out of
like
place.
Out of
What?
place. Like,
yeah, out of place,
Mhm.
yeah. But I do like it a bit more in Dark Souls 2 for just the fact that Dark Souls 2 is just whack.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Yeah.
he also have the advantage from Iron Golem that his armor is actually interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
This helmet is very fucking cool.
What I
Although-
also actually fucking love about this boss fight
Mhm.
is that he stabs himself for more power, and then later when you actually get the Alon Katana, you can also do that. And it's like, oh, you
Oh.
start figuring out that the Smelter Demon is based on Alon, which is really fucking cool.
Although again, that's something they thought of later with the DLC
Yeah,
and shit.
probably.
But,
Maybe.
I do have to. This is unavoidable that I'm gonna quickly talk about base Dark Souls 2 here.
Sure.
The glitch where you would ride his fucking sword and would swing into the wall, and then would just be stuck there. That shit was horrid. Like that
sounds-
actually made this fucking boss so incredibly fucking annoying because it was
What?
like it just became like, okay, do I want to risk fighting this boss and maybe get stuck in a wall? Or do I just want to basically skip out on the bonfire and just, get the other one?
That's just so stupid as fuck.
Yeah, like I think it is patched out in the Scholar, but
But I do agree with this rating. This boss is fairly difficult.
Yeah,
Mostly
I think it's one of
because-
the most difficult bosses actually in base Dark Souls 2.
Mostly because of the fact that he delays his attacks. So usually you just roll too early.
Yeah. Like, once you actually get used to it, then it becomes pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you fight eventually Blue Smelter Demons sometimes.
Which we'll
and it's like,
talk about later.
yeah.
Okay,
True.
the next is the arena.
Lava Pit.
The lava pit with a demon dude close to it. Like, this boss is fairly easy. Like, the biggest annoyance is that he can easily push you into the lava pit, which is the real boss. And there's
like
Yeah.
honestly, I would rate this boss a 2 personally. You know how it be.
The amount
Like,
of times that I died to the Lava Pit is the only reason why I gave it a higher grade.
Like the biggest thing of just this boss is I feel like even with the lava pit, it's still just a joke.
yeah, he's just fairly easy. Nothing
Like
special.
if you don't get knocked back into the lava pit, this boss has nothing.
Like, I also
Actually,
like
fucking
how
nothing.
we talk. He is fairly easy, but he's still higher difficulty than average of Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I
I don't
find
agree with
whack,
that.
but
No,
you know how it be. I don't
Ye-
make the scores.
no.
Like, I do think I gave him around a 5, which is indeed higher than the average difficulty of Dark Souls 1. But I think that's the only reason why he has a higher difficulty of Dark Souls 1 is because the average difficulty of Dark Souls 1 is really fucking low.
Yeah, that
There's
is
so
true.
many easy bosses there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the next will be. Ah, yeah, we had a snake. Now we have a scorpion.
Scorpion and Snashka.
Yo, Pog. That's
Bro.
a lower difficulty. Damn, I actually want to scream at people right now. Damn.
Bro,
Yeah, I
just-
don't know how this one got a lower difficulty either, but
Just
Sure.
run up her tail and smack her. Which is
I mean,
honestly one of my favorite ways to kill her. I only managed it once, but it's hella funny.
I like this boss fight quite a lot for different reasons, actually. Like, a lot of the attacks are quite well telegraphed, so it's like not that difficult. And even like the burying part, you can like see a small rock in the floor, and it's like if you stand on it, of course she can't attack you from there, because like she can't get under that.
Yeah.
Like it's something like if you pay attention, you get rewarded for it. I like that.
Yeah, she's right. Like she's nothing special, and design-wise, it's pretty much the same thing as in Dark Souls 1, but now with a scorpion instead of a spider.
Yeah.
And less annoying attacks that just make the arena smaller.
And I still just the comedic factor of the fact that you can literally just jump on her and stay right next to her is just beautiful.
Yeah. Although I've never done that actually.
I've done it once. It's just funny. You can just chill next to her like sop. And I don't think she can hit you with any attacks then.
Like
Okay.
I assume she can still attack you with homing crystal soulmass that she has, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, the next.
The only reason why I actually had difficulty with this boss is because of the fact that it's a mage boss and she just kept doing like I just like to keep my range sometimes.
Yes. What the fuck is this picture even?
Royal Ratty Boy.
I fought him
It's
once.
the big red section. Don't worry about
I
it.
fought him once in my entire life.
It's Sif without a sword
Yeah.
and a bunch of annoying rats that if you don't kill him in time, you've just lost the fight.
Yeah.
Like my favorite way to that I've ever seen somebody kill them was, I don't know if it's in like all bosses speedrun or was it only from Ozdarva, where he just prepares the spell and the rat kills itself the moment it jumps down.
Oh yeah, with like when he just spams flame swat at one location and then
Yeah.
just aggroes the boss.
Like this is just such a cool way to fucking kill him.
Yeah, but it's not in boss speedrun.
No.
It's too slow.
Yes, but it's safe.
It's safe.
Like but I just don't have opinion about this boss. I fought him once.
I fought him multiple times and
And he what? You got out again?
I fought him multiple times and I just don't give a shit about this man.
No, it's just Sif but easier
Yeah, and uglier.
and uglier. And,
Uh,
not
And he
having
also
anything-
starts limping at some point.
Yeah.
and just not have any of the cool lore.
No.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember the rat, but I think it's just that his lore just eats a big rat.
But he's a royal rat. Okay, the next. I forgot that this boss exists. Not gonna lie.
The only reason why I died sometimes to this thing is because the walk does damage.
It can cast Wog?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Like it bonks pretty hard, that walk. Not as hard as actual walk, but
Like this man got weak as fuck walk. Like he got Dark Souls 3 walk, man.
nah, it's faster than Dark Souls 3 walk.
Yeah, but it's slower than Dark Souls 2 walk.
True. But it's still not as bad as Dark Souls 3 walk, because it does more damage than Dark Souls 3 walk.
The classic debate: which walk does this man have?
Every
Somewhere
fucking
between Dark Souls
time.
2 and Dark Souls 3 walk for sure, but
Anyway, this is just a collection of normal enemies as disguised as a boss fight.
This boss is a joke. There's
You get basically Titanite slap for it. Who gives a shit?
yeah, you don't even
Just-
get
like-
soul.
I still consider this one more difficult than Covetous Demon. Just because of the fact that if you don't know about walk, it can one-shot you, and Covetous Demon has way more
I
telegraph.
don't know. I would just put them pretty much the same.
Yeah, I'd still put this one slightly higher, but
Okay.
that's the reason why I gave it a 2.
Anyway,
Like
there's
one of
not
my
much to
favorite
say
tools.
about this.
Arachnophobia.
I am so fucking happy that I knew that the torch would work here.
Grab the torch and you're Gucci.
I never use a torch in this area whatsoever because I'm big dick like that, and yeah, it's just the small spiders are the problem. That's it. This boss has basically like 2 moves that can actually hit you when you're just close enough to it.
Yeah,
And
be,
honestly, the moves don't one-shot you, so it's
and
you
be
can just
careful not to
heal
make
up.
her immortal by accident.
Yeah, you can make her immortal, but that doesn't fucking happen ever.
No, I had it happen
Only
once.
like actually if you summon multiple phantoms, it can happen, but
Yeah.
even then it's difficult.
It's
Or
yeah,
you know,
and for
use
design, it's a big spider.
a big spider with 2 heads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it have no ass, it have head.
It has an ancient dragon in the boss fight.
Whatever, rat with a mohawk.
Hell yeah! Let's talk about the fucking music of this boss.
Yeah, why does this
It
music?
fucking slaps.
Why does this boss have actually good music? Like, what the fuck?
This boss has some of the best music in Dark Souls 2, man.
Let me quickly search for just a small moment of it.
Bruh. Damn, I thought you didn't want to get fucking banned, man. Like, you first have to kill some small rats to summon the rat with the mohawk, and then you 3-shot the rat with the mohawk and move on with your day.
Yeah.
This boss is actually also weak to miracle builds, but to a different part of them. It's weak to soul appease.
Yeah, true, actually, true.
The fuck was Soul Piece?
It's a spell you can buy from Stone Trader Cloan.
The fuck?
It basically is just like an AoE attack that does damage to hollows, and these rats are considered hollow.
Ah, okay. Didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it actually does a fuck ton of damage.
Yeah, like it straight up one-shots most of the rats.
Like, it was actually popular in Dark Souls 2 Invasions at some point, when the game was still relatively new, because most people were hollowed at that point.
Okay.
Because then you would do just 800 damage with an attack that is very difficult to roll, by
Yeah.
the way. Like,
And, you
Yeah.
know, design-wise, it's a rat with a mohawk!
yeah.
It's so fucking cool. Holy shit, it's a rat with a mohawk.
Like,
Yeah,
Like the music knows where it's at.
the
like-
only thing I wish is that the mohawk was, like, blue or pink.
Yeah, man, yeah.
And not like the other rats.
It's not a phase, Mom. I'm a boss.
This is just peak Dark Souls 2.
This is peak Dark Souls 2, yes. Ah, Rutin Tutin the Rotten. Wait,
Mm.
I'm actually surprised that he have lower fucking difficulty than
Because
Royal
the rats
Rats.
can gang up on you. The Rotten doesn't do shit.
I guess.
This man has a lower difficulty rating than the Last Giant.
He does?
Yeah.
Yes.
So for the Lost Giant, it's kind of been there, like, yo, why am I just average?
Like he's on, like the Last Giant is on 3.8, while the Rotten is on 3.6.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, the Rotten. I don't think I, even on my first time, actually died to this boss, nor do I think I've ever actually died to this boss.
I died to
I
him
died-
more in co-op than when I was playing alone.
I died to him like twice in my first playthrough, and after that it was like, oh, there's an easier bonfire, so I'm less worried about dying.
Hmm. And then you didn't die.
Like, and then I stopped dying indeed, but that's
So, like, I died to him, you know, more in co-op, where, for example, me and Stead were just fucking around. It's like, oh, he hits you. Oh, shit.
the most times I've died to him was when I tried to hover bone out of the fight after Lucatil just kept inting.
Yeah, that is true. That is very much fucking true.
Damn.
Holy shit, Lucatil's such a bad phantom.
She is.
The only one where she can actually just consistently kill the boss is the fucking Flexel Sentry.
Yeah, there she is actually somewhat useful.
It's more like she can't be not useful there.
I mean, I would still say she is a better summon than Bernard.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can get Bradley of the Old Guard for that boss fight, and he has the disc chime.
Yeah, that is true. But
You guys are
Design-wise-
getting
Like-
Bradley's? No, okay, sorry.
design-wise, I quite like how the Rotten looks. She's just a, you know,
It's-
a monstrosity.
Yeah, I think Bloodborne did this boss better.
Yeah, but that's that's an opinion.
But Bloodborne was later.
No, I'm
True.
just thinking about, like, can I really congratulate Bloodborne on that boss that also just got 3-shot?
Wait, which boss?
Like that's
one
what I'm
report you
thinking
haven't
about.
followed.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, no, but I know which one it is. Okay.
Like I'm just like, that's indeed an opinion. But would I rather have a boss fight or not a boss fight, or a non-cool boss fight and just a boss like,
Like, neither one of them is really a boss fight. They're both piss easy,
Mm.
and the other one just looks cooler and more disgusting, actually,
Anyway,
and
the
has good
next-
music.
The next. Stere.
Yeah.
Stere.
I couldn't find a single picture, okay? Don't bully me.
Prepare for
This is
trouble and
fucking-
make it double.
Honestly, this picture describes the boss fight pretty well. It's just the Dragon Rider. But
Oh my god.
and one of them is
sorry.
and one of them is also squishy as shit. So
Yeah. It's just
like,
fucking
oh.
easy fight.
I'm sorry. I'm proud of this one. I couldn't find a picture, so I had to improvise.
Aight.
Oh,
Man.
this is the best thing of this evening. Holy fuck!
Anyway, the next
I'm
one.
so
There's
sorry.
nothing to talk about. It's just a Dragon Rider
It's two
again.
Dragon Riders. One of them has a bow.
But at this point, you're pretty strong. So
Yeah.
Holy shit. That was a
Looking
good one.
Glass Knight.
I
This
really
boss
like
looks-
the glass. I really
Yeah.
like the glass looking knight,
He's-
as well as just in Dark Souls 2. Just
Mhm.
the amount of time I got summoned as a fucking invader here, when I didn't mean to, is insane. Actually, I got summoned like 3 or 4 times.
Like I really like this boss fight. Like,
Like,
yeah, I
the
think it looks
setting
cool.
is
Like,
cool.
it has the aesthetic that's just really fucking nice. Well, he himself just looks pretty sick.
And the setting with with like the rain and storm is also very fucking cool.
I like that this man even even has like some sauce. Like he has a somewhat range attacks. He eventually also summons people.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on like the bad side of him, he just deflect, like you think off his shield. As a
Yeah.
magic build, if you're also on the wrong side, your spells just deflect off his shield. So it's what more difficult for miracle builds to steam through the game. So
Mm-hmm.
I will, however, say that I think that once you actually like can dodge one of his attacks, that all of them become the same because he has only one speed he's put on.
That
yeah,
is true.
Doesn't
Yeah.
differ at all.
Mm-hmm.
But like otherwise, this boss is a really fucking good one.
yeah,
Definitely, and just overall a very cool setting.
yeah.
Okay, the next, Seaman of Dong.
I fucking hate this boss fight.
It's annoying.
It does so much fucking damage. If you get hit, of course, but
Mm-hmm.
on my first playthrough, I
I'm-
just wasn't good.
I'm,
And I
I'm,
got
I'm a
tilted from Shrine for Mana.
Like I every time I see this boss, I just hit him with a strategy. So like, I stand in front of you, I'm gonna walk backwards now, and you do your 2 swings, and then you don't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like now that I know how it works and everything, it's easy enough. It's just
Like-
I was so tilted from Shrine of Mana that I couldn't be bothered learning a boss pattern, and I died more than I wanted to.
Like, I never got tilted of Shrine of Mana in all honesty, except for the New Game Plus 2, where everything is suffering and nothing is fun.
Yeah, fuck New Game Plus 2 Shrine of Mana.
I mean, I did just suffer from normal shrine. Not gonna lie.
Like, I fucking hated pre-patch Dark Souls 2, man. Why did I play in pre-patch Dark Souls 2?
And design-wise, it's a frog with foreskin and face.
Yeah.
There is all there is to it.
What I do like is like the singing of Shrine of Mana.
Mhm.
Like, that you hear the entire time. It's just actually like if you walk into the boss fight, you still hear it slightly, and then once this boss actually like closes its foreskin, it stops singing.
Okay. Okay. Like,
Like,
the only
it's
thing
pretty-
about this boss, it deals a lot of damage, but if you actually get hit, bro, what you doing?
Look, man, tilt is something you can't work.
Oh no, I know. Don't worry.
Anyway.
Velstad. The Royal
Ah.
Ages. I really
This
like
man is so
Velstad.
easy, but I love him.
He on the first playthrough, I would say he's a bit of a challenge, definitely.
Like I died less on him than on like any of the previous bosses except for Double Dragon Rider, I think.
Okay.
Like this boss does not have a lot of sauce.
No. He's fairly easy. Like
Like,
he's fairly easy. 5.5.
like he does have a second phase, which
Mhm.
is somewhat cool, I guess. But the second phase
Mhm.
just makes him tankier and gives him access to the ding ding bonk attack.
Yeah, and
Like the fucking range attack that he has is the worst one in the game, though. Like, holy shit, he just stands still, chances for half a year, and then he finally attacks with an attack that you can dodge by standing behind him.
oh yeah,
That
that
you have the
thing.
time to walk to do so as well.
I completely forgot about that attack. But he's again just a dude in the armor, but a very fucking cool armor.
Yeah, like, and this man stands Vandrick hard.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I kind of like that he uses a weapon that it's just a bell club. Let's be honest here, it's one of the more unique weapons.
Definitely. And
Like
his
I've
cutscene
never
is cool.
seen like ever somebody just basically pull out a fucking church bell to whoop your ass.
Yeah, and once he used this weapon in PvP, I realized why. It doesn't
Yeah.
true combo.
Yeah, weapon bad, but let's not talk
Like,
about.
it looks fucking cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Velstad is really fucking
The
cool and
next,
fun.
Vendrick. I had a lot of problem with this boss in my first playthrough because I didn't know about the giant souls, and I had like maybe 3. So it
yeah,
was just painful.
this boss is really fucking though.
Like
He's
I'm gonna
easy.
be honest, Vendrick has a range attack. That's all you.
He does?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, he never fucking uses it, but it deals like like less than half damage of all its other attacks and does like 10% curse damage. It's like fucking pathetic.
Oh,
King
that's
Vendrick is a
interesting.
fucking joke.
But after that, yeah, if you get hit by 2 attacks of him, you just die.
Yeah, he
And he's
does deal a
tanky.
lot of damage.
I do
Like,
think this man kind of has a Gwyn factor with both music and just boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have also loved to fight this man on his full strength because I feel like he could also just clap a lot of people.
Oh, he would fucking clap you, yeah.
Because I believe lore-wise, Vandrick should be stronger than Velstad.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I don't know. Like even though it's basically a big hollow, I still like how he looks.
Yeah. I don't like the fact that he's naked, but at the same time, it does kind of remind me of all the torch hollows you've seen before this.
Mm-hmm.
Only difference is that this man actually like has a sword
Yeah,
that does
true.
damage.
True. Okay, the next. Ah, yeah. The thing that was just an enemy before, but now is a boss. The Guardian
mean,
Dragon.
That's the only part in Scholar. That's only true in Scholar.
Yeah, fair enough.
This boss is piss easy, and I
He is.
hate him.
Yeah.
He
Like,
just flies the entire time. Nothing fun.
If you're unlucky, he will just stay in air for the whole fight.
Like it's indeed a lot of waiting until he comes down again, so you can hit him 2 times before he flies off. But if
Mhm.
you're lucky, he does one attack that makes him stand on the ground longer than 2 seconds. Gets
And-
one banked. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's so fucking squishy.
Mm-hmm.
like it's just a lot of fucking waiting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like there's not much else to say about it.
No, there isn't.
I love the sword you get from this. That's my favorite Dark Souls weapon, actually.
What
Like,
sword
the
do you
Guardian
actually
Dragon
get?
Ultra Great Sword is
Uh.
my favorite weapon.
Okay.
It's so cool. It's like just the dragon sword, but like it's 2 parts and has like a range attack.
Okay. Okay, the next.
It's a deck scaling Ultra Great Sword.
The old dragon. Like,
Ancient Dragon. Fun fact: this is not a real dragon.
Fun fact, I don't fight this thing ever.
no.
Uh,
I did fight him on my first playthrough, and the only difficult part is he has so much HP that, at some point you just stop being careful because you're fucking bored from slashing his legs.
Like, it's just slightly more difficult Guardian Dragon because of the health bar.
Mm-hmm. And
Because the fighting style is the same.
yeah, as I said, like, I think because of the fact that you have much more health style, yes, health, you can just get tired and start fucking up.
Yeah.
Like indeed, if you get fuck up once and you're in a bad spot, you just basically are fucking dead as well.
Mhm.
Which I
Mhm.
just hate this fight.
It does give you souls.
Like I fought this one man once in a co-op run with the boys and never fought it solo because I just don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't give shit.
Yeah.
Like I was like I just fought on my first playthrough. I found it pretty easy, and then it gave me 150k souls, and I was like, well, I don't understand how soul memory works, so I'll just take it, I guess, but I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
Like, it's still a lot of souls, so like if you're ever short some souls or something, you can kill
Yeah.
him really easily.
And you
I
know,
think.
this design-wise, it's a big dragon and just a stationary one at that.
Yeah. I mean, I like the fact that it's actually just not a dragon, but it's just something that Aldia made, but
Yeah.
and that you can actually get the soul of the ancient dragon by going into the memory that's near the spider.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yes, big lord.
Giant Lord. Fun fact: lower difficulty rating than than Lost Giants.
Yeah. I hate this boss for the fact that on my no death run, I died to him by him pushing me with his hitbox into the fire bomb.
I just hate the fucking
Like,
run to him.
Yeah, that
There's
as well.
so much danger and fire and shit, and I
But you know,
hate
with
it.
one of his swipes, he didn't attack me. I was mid-roll, but apparently somehow he had interacted with my hitbox and just launched me into the fireball.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like when you told me the story, I immediately had to think of like the smelter demon glitch from last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I don't think there's a lot to say about this boss.
It's just a lost giant.
Like
With a
it is
sword?
just it's a big guy with a sword and he's just a lot lamer visually and boss fight even.
Yeah, visually
I
he's.
I don't think this boss is difficult in any way.
Like-
I don't even dislike the run towards him. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The only part that I like about it is that like it makes the last giant like it makes me appreciate the last giant boss fight slightly more. Like the fact that this man has a sword and everything, and then like in the second phase of the last giant, he rips off his armor, uses it like a sword. It just makes me appreciate the last giant.
That is yeah, that is cool. Okay, the next will be Throne Defender and Watcher, the one that I find somewhat okay easy, and the boys hate them.
That's because you haven't had bad RNG.
No, I didn't.
Like this boss fight is I hate I think this is like I'm not sure if I hate this or Battle of Chaos more.
Hmm.
I
That's
hate Battle of
interesting.
Chaos still more, but
Like it at least with Battle of Chaos, I am not tossing a coin if I'm going to die. Like with fucking Throne Watch and Throne Defender, it is just depending if the game just fucks you over with RNG, there are combos that you literally can't dodge no matter how much fucking stamina you have.
Mm-hmm.
There are just ways you can just drink Estus in their fucking face, and because they're blocking, because they decide, yeah, we're not attacking this time, you can just get away with the dumbest shit. It is just a coin flip if you're gonna lose or win the boss fight.
Hmm.
At
That-
least, like, if you know, depending on how the RNG rules.
Yeah, of
Normally,
course.
it's just like, yeah, they sometimes do like a somewhat combo attack, or they just wait a bit to attack you, like then this one attacks, then that one attack, and that's fine. Like when the boss for fight works fine, like as it is intended, it's still not good, but it's fine. It's acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the way that RNG is such a factor in this boss fight, it makes it so much more difficult, and it makes it so much more unfair, and I hate it.
Hmm.
This picture is good though.
yeah. I
Like-
do actually really like the Throne Defender sword. It's really fucking useful for a lightning build because it just has an innate lightning buff,
Hmm.
so I don't have to waste slots on lightning blade.
Okay. And,
And
design-wise,
Design-wise, I think they're
I
think they're just
I-
basically like good contrasts of each other.
Yeah, I like the dark one. I never remember which one is which.
That's Defender.
He looks cool. He have cool
Honestly, I
shield and
like
cool
Watcher
armor.
more. I like the more slender knights, Altenis considered
Yeah.
design wise, because I've seen like bulky knights are just so stereotypical, so I like just seeing the slender
I mean,
ones.
I like it, but I don't know. I just like the armor, and I think it's his beard of
Yeah.
the guy. It just looks cool.
Like this is a boss where it's like, wow, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it exists. I don't want to fight it. Like, but don't you actually like also think that Slut and Zallen have combos that you can't dodge?
I also hate Ludenzalen.
I
Fair enough.
fuck Ludenzalen, man.
Yeah, but we'll get
But
to
I
that.
dislike Luden's Island less because of the fact that
That they're not mandatory.
that's not mandatory, and you can just kill one before the other one comes down.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. Yeah, Nashandra, the final boss.
I am surprised with this difficulty.
As in that it's that high?
Yeah.
I can
I
can see that.
I just think of Nashandra with just big memes, all honesty, because again, pretty much Dark Souls 2, lightning was overpowered as fuck, and
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the reasons was that lightning spear had 20 uses. It's nerfed to 3 now, by the way, in case for your information. Because
Bruh.
if you just have 17 ints, just the requirements to use it.
Faith.
Oof. Hmm? Yeah,
Faith,
sorry,
not int.
Faith, int, same thing, really. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Dark Souls 1 and Darkbeat again. Oh, it's all over. But like, just like you can, with that amount of lightning spears, you can just kill every boss in the game from 0 to 100 if you hit all of them. And the Chandra is no exception. I think that just basically sums up just pretty much Dark Souls 2 in a nutshell.
Wait, can you kill the Covetous Demon with lightning
Yes.
spears? Wow. That resistance to lightning does nothing, does it?
No, it's just the base damage of lightning spear is ridiculously fucking high.
No, but Nashan, I honestly don't really remember this fight. He just usually dies very quickly, so
Like, she spawns 4 cursed balls that she can roll to,
yeah.
and then, like, after that, she sometimes tries to shoot a laser at you if you, like, fall back, but otherwise she just slashes with a scythe.
It's just easy.
Yeah.
It's nothing about her. And if it's your, first playthrough, soon you will need to watch the credits.
Like I do have to say that if Nashandra does hit you, she does do fat number, but that's about it.
True.
Yeah, that is fair enough.
But, like, this boss is really fucking easy for the point in the game where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does
Like
look
Win
alright.
before, like it had some, shit where you can like still see like this is accurate, and Chandra has no excuse.
No.
Like the Chandra is
Chandra
just
The Chandra doesn't even have the nice music.
Plain, plon.
To be fair, if she had Plin Plin Plon, I would be very surprised. Especially because it makes no fucking sense for the boss fight.
No.
Nashandra should have had Russian hard bass. No,
She should have the Rat with a Mohawk music, man.
No,
actually,
like, don't take that away from him. That's all he has.
He have a Mohawk.
Anyway, let's stop bullying Nashandra and let's move on.
I mean, I do like how she looks, though. She looks cool.
It looks just like she took some of Nito's clothes, in all honesty.
Yeah, it looks like she took Nito's clothes, but without the sick cape.
Yeah. Or the cool sword.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Lurker. I think my favorite boss of Dark Souls 2. Well, definitely one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, look at that good difficulty rating. Huh.
Yeah.
7-3. Let's go.
This is probably one of my favorite bosses in all of Dark Souls. Like
He is. Like, I
He
fought
is
him
well designed.
once so far. And he is cool as fuck.
Like,
he's cool. His design is fucking amazing. Like just from like not appearance wise, but just boss design wise.
Yeah.
Its lore is also fucking great.
I did was better because holy shit, his path sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His path is one of the worst.
All 3 of them.
Yeah. Like, with one of the paths, you even take guaranteed fall damage unless you wear the silver cut ring.
Yeah. But, like, even his design look-wise is fucking sick.
Yeah, this boss is fucking great. And
Like-
theoretically speaking, if you are just doing the game, if you're playing the game wrong, this is the hardest. This is the hardest first boss you can fight.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true, yeah. I fucking hate that this is actually possibility.
Like, I love that it's a possibility, and I hate that it's a possibility.
Yeah, so which boss did you kill first? Like the Last Giant or Dragon Rider? Dark Lurker.
This is me not counting DLC, by the way, but
Yeah, of course. And you got into DLC without killing any bosses?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can go into Frozen DLC.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
like, I'm not sure if Ava has like a higher difficulty rating? I don't think
I
so.
don't
But
think so. No.
But no, like Dark Lurker, it's a mage boss, couple of different magic attacks, all of them very fucking telegraphed.
Like he doesn't
sec-
he doesn't have that many attacks.
No,
either.
like, and that works in its favor in this case.
Definitely.
It splits in two at the halfway point, and at that point, like you understand why the attacks are so fucking telegraphed, because even though there's two of them, and Dark Souls 2, 2 boss track record isn't good by any way,
Mhm.
for this boss fight it works because everything is so fucking telegraphed, and the Dark Lurker commits so hard to that one option that you can just like you always have counterplay basically.
Yeah. I do
which
find
is
it
just so
funny
good.
that like if you're playing a hexer and you're just doing like the sorcery hexer kind, that dark orb still just trivializes this boss, even though he's resistant to it.
I
Like
mean, Dark Orb is just realizing everything.
the fact that you just have like 120 dark orbs at this point is not good.
Yo, allow me to introduce myself again with free patch lightning spin. Okay, sorry.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay,
Yeah.
I think we stand Dark Lurker enough, so let's go to
we
the next
stand
one.
Dark Lurker.
We
We
in this
stand
stand
match.
Dark
dark in
Lurker.
this house. That's how it works.
Smelter Blues. Oh, yeah. I think the highest difficulty rating so far.
It's Smelter Demon, but it has like an extra AoE attack, and honestly, I don't notice the difference besides that.
It
It has different timed attacks.
Yeah. Some of them come faster,
Yeah.
some of them come later.
So
Honestly,
if you are capable of fighting
Understood.
red smelter, you can't fight blue smelter immediately perfect.
No. I
honestly,
mean, I do
like,
think
I just,
he looks slightly cooler than the original one. But...
Like I
Like-
like the blue U, but
I'm gonna be honest, I just straight up don't notice the fucking difference because I'm just a visual player. I look at what the fuck he's doing, and that's it.
same
Mm.
on this, like same on these bosses at least.
Yeah.
Like in general, I'm an audio player, but like I don't have the audio here to. I do think that they actually took notes from the fucking red smelter by looking at his path, and they're like, "How can we make this path worse?"
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh yeah, let's just put Tranquil Walk of Peace users before it."
Path to this boss is pain.
I hate it.
It's pure pain. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And yeah,
Which
design
makes the
was-
boss harder because if you die to this boss, you have to do the path again.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you die in this boss, you die in real life out of the fucking pain of the path. So holy shit.
And design was it's Smelter Demon but slightly cooler.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
we get to Fume Knight.
Yep.
8.5. Highest difficulty rating so far on the list.
Yep. I can
This
understand that.
Yeah, like Fume Knight. This man has sauce. This man actually deadass has sauce.
Yeah.
Mhm. He is difficult as balls, but holy
Like
shit, I
he's
love this
considered
fight.
by many people the most difficult Dark Souls 2 boss, and I can fully agree with it.
Actually, I've also heard many people just call him the most difficult Dark Souls boss in general.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but that's because of a boss we'll get to later.
I don't know. I just love this fight. He's so cool.
Both lore-wise, looks-wise, and just arena-wise, I love this fucking fight.
Yeah, the fact that you have both small and big weapon is also cool.
Yeah, it's just this fucking big weapon, also just so fucking good. It looks so fucking cool. I can't stop loving
And what
this man.
I can appreciate is, considering how difficult he is, the fact that the run up to him is very easy.
Yeah, like, take notes alone.
Take notes alone.
Anyway, yeah, it's a good boss. I honestly, I have not much to say about this that you guys haven't already
I
said.
mean, I also
Yeah.
stun him, so.
Like, I stand Dark Lurker, I also stand Fume Knight.
This armor is just mwah.
I mean, I'm also going to stand the next boss. Because holy shit, I stand a lot of bosses in the late
Same rating.
Yeah, Surlon and Fume Knight just have the same rating because they're both equally difficult. I personally have more problems with Surlon because of the faster fight.
Yeah,
Definitely,
like
yeah.
And the
honestly,
fucking ice, like he's the ice skating king of the Eldarin King DLC. Holy shit!
honestly, like when it comes to this man, I prevent fighting him most of the time because if I don't have to, because I don't want to deal with that fucking path, man. That path is suffering.
Yeah.
Like the path is terrible. I hate it. Like, holy shit.
Getting to him is just
However,
Same.
I am pretty I'm pretty solid now at fighting him. I can fight him most of the time without even healing, so I know that I'll eventually reach him.
I just suck at fighting this man, like holy shit. But it's a very cool fight. He looks, it's a samurai. He looks cool. We're weeps.
Yeah,
We
and
like
his
him.
music is fucking
Hmm. And also,
like not as much as I was called again, the Ivory King, but we'll get to that
Mm.
again.
but I also really like the fact that if you kill him without taking damage, just commit suicide.
Yeah,
This is also just a very cool fucking touch.
yeah, and I love the fact that Smelter Demons are actually kind of based on him.
Hmm.
If you read the lore,
Yeah. Ah,
like
Alana,
we stand alone.
the bitch queen.
I hate her. Don't think she's too difficult.
No, I don't think so.
I'm be completely real with you. I don't necessarily dislike this boss all that much.
I mean, she's a bit annoying. I really like how she looks. I really like that.
Yeah,
I don't care for her looks that much. I think I think some of the combination attacks are just so fucking annoying though. Like if
Mm.
she summons Velstadt and like East has a bad mood, so he just goes very aggressive. And she's just spamming like shit like Dark Beat on the background. It's so fucking annoying.
I guess. I don't know. I didn't have that much problem with. Actually, I found her easier when she was summoning Velstadt than the Skeleboys.
The Skeleboys can usually kill two of them before they even like actually spawn. So
Hmm.
like Velstadt is also just a lot squishier than he is in his actual boss fight if she summons him. So I don't have
Yeah.
a problem with her being able to summon Velstadt and shit.
Or in his normal boss fight, he's already quite squishy.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, but they're on the halfway point. He basically doubles his health by
Yeah.
just buffing himself up like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sad that this boss just doesn't really give that much. Like the axe that you can make with her soul is just something I've never used
No.
because the requirements are just a bit awkward.
I wish I could get this skirt. Just look like a tree.
Yeah,
React Humanity become tree.
she's just. She's an
I'll be
okay
honest
boss
though,
fight.
I don't stand this boss.
No. Like, this is the worst, I think, out of the 3 DLCs, so.
I like the
Eh.
level design a lot. Just don't care for the bosses.
Yeah,
And
the
once
boss
you like
rush.
actually do some boss runs, like I am starting to do, that I'm doing, it just becomes annoying indeed.
Okay, next. Oh yeah, Sen, the slumbering dragon. Again, the same note as the woman.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a dragon fight, but this one they just took notes of the guardian dragon and they just upped it and gave him poison.
yeah, that's it.
And for some fucking reason, if you hit him in the wrong spot, your weapon breaks faster.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Huh.
this fight is incredibly fucking annoying. It also does a lot of damage as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just indeed something that you can easily die to this man, and even if you don't die, you're still gonna be annoyed because he's just flying all over the place and shit.
Like
Yeah.
I usually just for caution's sake, I just take multiple weapons and repair powder with me into this fight because otherwise I feel like if I hit him on the wrong spot too much, I'm just going to be suffering because of a broken weapon.
I actually didn't know about that part.
It's Luden Zalon also have it, by the way.
They
But we'll
do?
get to that later.
Okay. But yeah, since a dragon, if he wouldn't fly that much, he would be much easier.
It would be more
Then
fun, but
It would be more fun, yeah. That
the gang
anyway, let's
squad.
go.
I think that's might be one of my least favorite dragon fights of Dark Souls.
Ah, yeah, the
Mhm.
gang squad. Let's go.
Like I didn't want to call them by their full name because that was way too fucking long. So I just called them by the community given name.
Yeah, I was trying to do something with the picture, but it didn't work.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
Yeah.
White apple.
Waffle. No. Okay. Anyway, like this boss fight, it is just
Running around.
it's
running
running
around,
around.
punishing them if they make a mistake.
Like I usually just run around them, kill the archer, and then
Mhm.
just try to separate the other two to just slowly
Yeah.
poke them down, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it's just basically a fucking PvP fight. Like
Yeah.
It is not. I wouldn't necessarily compare it to a PvP fight, but it is like a fight against like 3 Dark Souls 2 invaders, except all of them are easier than Dark Souls 3 invaders.
Yeah.
I
Like,
know that sounds really fucking weird, but you just have to believe me on
What
this
is
one.
what is this 5-dimensional chess comparison? I'm just
But
confused.
yeah, like if you would like get fucked a bit early on, the boss becomes quite annoying to
Yeah.
deal with.
Yeah.
mhm.
And design wise, it's 3 NPCs.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah. There's not much to say about the gang squad.
No.
No.
Ava, the king's pet.
5.8.
Yeah. If you have big balls, you can do her invisible, but
It's this. I actually quite like this boss. I think it's
she's alright.
it's relatively fast. Like I'm
Mhm.
not sure if it's she or he actually, so I don't know
I
what
think
I should
it's
call.
she.
But like this boss has like high damage, some mage attacks, and like relative telegraph attacks. If you indeed have big balls, you can just do it without looking. But that's not my style.
Don't do it.
And like in general, I think this is a fairly well designed boss.
Yeah, for
It
a,
has difficulty, but it's not unfair.
mhm. It's fast but well telegraphed, so
Mhm.
like once you
I
learn how to dodge it's pretty good.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I have no opinion about this boss whatsoever. I just don't
Mhm.
care for it.
And design wise, it's a
I think it's
tiger.
completely overshadowed by the boss after it.
Of course, of course. But yeah, it's a tiger. And then the burnt ivory king.
I stand this man so fucking hard.
It is a very cool fucking fight.
I
not just
hate
a cool-
this. I hate this fight so fucking much.
You do? Oh, that's interesting.
It's all spectacle. The boss fight itself is. It's just you have to fucking clear the ads, hope that the fucking
Yeah,
guys feel the portals. It is so fucking annoying. Then you fight the boss himself, and it's just he looks cool, and like you wait for his fucking entrance. He does the entrance shit, and then you have to just kill him, and he takes like 12 hits, and that's about it. It's just I have to do so much for just such a meh boss fight. I fucking hate it.
Like I stand this man for his lore, and I think that the spectacle of the fight is like I really like the spectacle.
Visually, it might be the best in all of Dark Souls. Just the
Like I
the
still don't
arena
think
and
visually
all.
he wins from some other bosses, but
I love the arena and the portal
like I
that
love the arena
he
and
creates when he's coming.
yeah,
Shit's good. Shit's good.
there's just one boss that I love more for the arena, even though like it's not that special of an arena.
Okay.
But we'll get to that.
Ludenzalen.
Fuck these bosses. Just
I mean, boss itself, pretty difficult. The way to the boss. Literal anal cancer.
I-
Like
I hate this boss so much.
holy fuck! Like the way to the boss is just. It's so fucking bad.
Like
Mhm.
I think this is the boss I fought the least of all of Souls.
Yeah. That is, well,
Like I
for
just
me,
can't
except
be
for Dark
bothered.
Lurker, it definitely is, yeah.
I'm
Like
gonna
I
be honest.
fought Dark more often.
I fought this boss more often than I have with the the fucking ancient dragon.
Fair enough.
Because I actually get something from killing Ludenzalen.
It's just
I think
so
I've killed him in
painful.
the same amount since I've killed like Ancient Dragon on basically like a co-run with everybody.
Mhm.
Except for you with Euclid.
Yeah, of course, because why the fuck would I want to kill that thing?
Actually, on co-op runs now, we actually usually just skip this shit. At least with me,
because
like
why would we? It's such an annoying walk.
you want reindeers? We have reindeers.
Like the best way to. And me. No, I'm pretty sure we did the Ancient Dragon with you.
Or this with you, whichever you mean.
Hmm?
Like I don't know if he means Ancient Dragon on this or this one.
Like we probably indeed skipped this boss in our co-op run, I believe,
Mhm.
because
Okay,
we went to this area, Bauke saw it, and then we just need to show you how annoying this area is. That's it. We're not gonna do this boss.
And like, the boss, like if you have enough damage to kill the one before the other one spawns, it's fairly okay. But if you have to fight both of them at once, then it's actually quite difficult.
Like
if
then
you
it just falls back into the fucking Throne Defender and Watcher
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Yeah.
like it does help that if it falls like in Throne Watch and Throne Defender, the biggest thing then is because you probably the reason why you couldn't kill it is probably because you have phantoms.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's probably gonna be the reason why you would bonk this man. Wouldn't be able to bonk this man, and in that case, you have phantoms. So
I mean,
probably the
no. I
aggro
mean,
would be
like also
I
in
mean,
normal, like I didn't the first time I didn't, really know how to fight them, so I wasn't that aggressive. That's more of it.
for me it was
Yeah.
mainly like in my most recent playthrough when I did it with a mill breaker, I just didn't have the damage output to kill both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least one of them before the other one spawned.
Damn, weak.
Like I
You
actually had
probably
to
didn't
get a
have a
weapon
Ring of
with.
Blades +2, did you, fucking idiot?
No, I don't.
Fucking idiot.
How do you get the +2?
No game
You need
plus.
to be in the castle. Like where's the ghost shopkeeper and there's like a room after it with 2 thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a New Game Plus spawns 2 pursuers and you have to fight them and then like one of them drops the Ring of Blades +1. Sorry, +2.
Oh, okay. Huh.
That's
enough.
actually something that I do kind of like. That's all the Ring of Blades you get from pursuer.
Yeah, that's cool. Anyway, the next one is. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one.
Like I tried to keep all the last bosses just as the last slide for the game.
Yeah. Sad boss, Scholar of the First Sin.
It's
just
easy.
it's easy. It's ugly.
Just waiting.
Yeah. That's
like,
all.
This man needs to fucking work for computer security because his firewall's fucking great. Holy shit!
What a clever jokester.
Shut the fuck up! I hate this boss.
Yeah, me too.
Just go to
I don't like him. His design wise, it's a fucking blob with face.
I actually kind of like how he looks because it just like he just experimented so much that he just basically became part of an arc tree, which is like lore-wise pretty cool, and because of it, the design I think kind of succeeds. I just wish that it wasn't such an annoying boss fight.
Yeah.
And then he gave you something for killing instead of 0 souls and just having to sit through a fucking cutscene again.
Yeah.
Or a cutscene.
Right. Dark Souls 2, average difficulty 4.8.
Higher than Dark Souls 1, actually.
Yeah, guess fuck Dark Souls.
I honestly expected even higher, but I guess, yeah, there are some very easy bosses, so.
Like, the Prowling Magus, so.
Yeah, Prowling Magus, yeah, it's shit. Yeah, Covetous Demon with 1.3, unexpected. Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
again, it's again like the fairly cool fight that is just easy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And highest difficulty, Fume Knight and Alone, 2 of my favorite bosses of this game. Like, of course, not only, but they're fucking difficult. But great. And next is the Dark Souls 3. So let's just start, because what else would we do?
Yeah.
Yudix
Let's just
Gandir.
jump right into it.
Yudex Gundyr. This is actually if you don't count the dumb starting bosses like Ava the King's Pet or the Dark Lurker, which, let's be fair, we shouldn't count them as first bosses.
No.
This is the hardest difficulty first boss that
Definitely.
is on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, this man actually has some sauce.
He does.
Yeah. I think he's slightly too squished to be really considered difficult, though.
I mean, I just still have problems with him. I mean, with his second phase, I don't know why.
Like, usually I kill him before second phase spawns, so.
Yeah.
Also, I can just parry the fuck out of him, which I just fucking love.
I mean, for me, like, again, the only Dark Souls I could parry is Dark Souls 1, so not even trying.
Yeah, but Yudex Gundyr is fun to bully.
I think he sets the good tone for Dark Souls 3 in general.
Definitely,
Just having a
yes.
fuck ton of boss with second phase, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. And design-wise, big dude in armor, but very cool fucking armor.
Cool armor, and just the fact that he eventually explodes into black goo.
Yeah. It's also, well, it's quite decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this black goo is actually... Look, man, it's difficult.
I guess. Fat dog of the Boreal Valley.
Yeah,
Fortified.
like this man, incredibly fucking squishy. He has horrible fucking hitboxes, some of his attacks, but because
Yeah.
he's so squishy, who cares?
Yeah,
He eats very easy.
it's one of the easiest bosses.
Yeah, I like how he looks. He looks cool.
Yeah,
And his music is mwah.
his music fucking slaps.
It's top notch.
Like
Definitely.
I wish I would care because it's like I fight him for 2 seconds, so the
Yeah.
good music never comes in.
Which is like I'm glad where I did, for example, the Cinder's Soul level 1, where he was stronger and I was just weak as balls because I have 0 in every stat, that I could
Mhm.
actually listen to his music. That was fun.
I do actually like. I would actually also say that Yudis Gundyr has fucking great music, but you usually kill both Champion Gundyr and Yudis Gundyr before it really kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, fourth, it's a really cool boss in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like it.
The 3. Just ugh.
It would surprise you how difficult it was to find a good picture of this boss.
I guess, yeah. I
But
mean,
yeah,
Anyway, go off, King.
I hate this boss so fucking much.
yeah, we know.
So bad. Like you hit some tree in the balls. How the fuck do they consider this a good boss? Stop designing bosses like this, please.
But
Holy shit.
why? It's such a great design.
No.
We should have more like that.
Just
Honestly, the way I see it is like in Dark Souls 3, they start experimenting a lot more with what I like to call the Demon Souls bosses, where
Mhm.
everything has to have a fucking gimmick.
Yeah, that's true.
true, but I feel like the bosses with gimmick all fail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Souls,
Yeah.
they only worked because, they were always, somewhat unique. And even with the Dragon God, where it just doesn't fucking work at all, it is still memorable because, it is a gimmick boss in a game with not necessarily that many gimmick bosses, I would say.
Mhm.
And it looks
But this is just sort of like, it's a gimmick boss in a game with more bosses with just shittier gimmicks.
Like I
yeah.
would say that the only reason why I actually kill this boss is because of the fact that it drops the way to transpose
Mm-hmm.
like the boss weapons.
Like if you don't want a single boss weapon in your run, yeah, just don't touch this thing.
But there's almost never a time when I don't want a boss weapon.
I know. I know.
Yeah,
Okay. The next.
like it might be optional, but we hella all know it isn't optional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Bristol Sage. I'm actually kind of surprised by this difficulty. I expected lower.
I rated it fairly high because of the fact that I can't fight mages.
I mean,
Like,
I guess, but I still find this boss just fairly easy.
I also find this boss fairly. He does have a gimmick, which is again just the bad gimmick of the boss from Demon Souls that I talked before with Pinwheel, the
Yeah.
fucking fool's idol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this boss again fails in comparison to the fool's idol because the fool's idol again did something with the fact that there were multiple of her.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Definitely.
this just sort of feels like I can easily spot which one is the real one. Like that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just it doesn't add anything to the fight.
And if you know what you're doing, you can even prevent it from splitting.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, which I actually had to do on my first playthrough to actually beat this boss.
Oh, that's
Bruh.
interesting.
Like I was suffering. I could not dodge the second phase mage, like all the magic that was coming at me.
Okay, fairly interesting. But yeah.
Like I'll admit, I'm just very bad against mage bosses.
Okay.
I do like that they have the big hat from Big Hat Logan, and that was about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is cool. That is
I
cool.
actually really also like having that hat in this game.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the
Just
next.
it works with a lot of like the just rope style of
Definitely.
just the darker clothes. Like I can't actually think of some immediately.
Then
But
don't. The next is Screaming Pope. That's a very funny photo. But
Yeah, it's the fucking Pope. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This boss also sucks. It's
Yeah.
again just a gimmick boss, and it also sucks.
it's just
fucking
group
blows.
of enemies
And
that you
I
have
hate
to
the fact
slap.
that this is a fucking DPS check.
I mean, yeah, but unless you're doing the thing, you will always pass the DPS check.
New Game Plus, you won't.
I guess.
Like in New Game Plus 7, I've had multiple times when I failed the DPS check.
Okay.
Because I just kept being forced away and then hit with a fireball that took away half my health.
Fair enough. I guess that is something that could be problematic. But yeah, in normal game, you just literally just slap fat guys until the Pope spawns, and then you
Yeah.
slap the Pope.
Like I also don't like the design because it's just literally the fucking Pope. It's just
Yeah.
it's a bunch of
Yeah.
fat guys, skinny guys with with just whack ass fuck candles, and then just the Pope.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's the boss.
Like
That's the
the
boss.
Pope doesn't make for an interesting boss fight unless it's in real life, but that's a whole different story.
Have you ever fought the Pope boss in real
Yeah,
life?
man, I always fight him in the parking lot of like 7-Eleven at Saturday.
I
you
wanted
know
to
how it
make a
is.
joke, but I don't think if it would be legal. Fuck it. He was the person that shot the Pope. The not the one that was now, not the Polish Pope. What the fuck is his English name?
I don't know.
Damn,
John
getting
Paul
cancelled already.
II. Like he got shot. Yeah, that was Chris fighting the boss, man. Using a ranged build.
Listen,
So,
man, he didn't show
Wait,
up
do you
to the
find a way
parking
to make a
lot.
range build valuable in Dark Souls 3?
Yeah, man.
Tell
I
me.
keep. No, you know how it's be the AK-47 kind of good. No, okay.
It was just a normal handgun, man. Anyway,
No, that's what they want you to think.
anyway,
but
let's
it's not-
stop. Let's just
Okay.
Yeah, let's
that's
just
fine.
continue. Me and Darden level D.
Abyss Watchers. Look wise, one of my favorite bosses of this game.
I like the. It's also just a gimmick fight for the first phase.
Yeah, but this is actually a pretty cool gimmick in my opinion.
It's a gimmick. Let me put it like
It
that.
is a
It's a gimmick.
gimmick.
I'm sort of about.
Okay.
I actually really like the gimmick of this
Yeah.
fight. Like, it works well lore-wise, and I think it actually looks pretty fucking cool when you just see the third guy spawning and just dunking the second.
Mm-hmm. That is
Like
very nice.
for me, it feels like I'm getting a force summon, and I don't like it.
I mean, like usually I beat it before the third guy even spawns, but actually usually before the second guy even spawns.
Usually before the first guy even spawns.
Yeah, that is kind of not possible.
no, it's just like this boss fight is just really fucking squishy,
Mm-hmm.
which I think does not work to it's just like it does not work in its favor. Like
No,
I think
no.
it's too easy because of it.
For
Like, I
the
do
first
think,
playthrough,
again,
it is
like,
firstly.
It's more of like a glass can fight, all things considered,
Mhm.
which is something I actually quite like. I really like the second phase of this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
But,
attacks with all the fire aftershocks, it's so fucking cool.
Yeah, both aesthetically, it's just mwah.
And I think the music is also really fucking good.
Don't remember.
Like I feel like if you hear like the first sounds of it, you immediately remember it. But
Yeah, probably. But yeah, overall for like the new players, fairly difficult boss.
it is like it took me. This was one of my first big hurdles.
Because like it's very aggressive.
Yeah,
And then you learn,
But-
they're humans, so you can do the things you can do to humans.
like Barry and
Mhm.
Backstab,
Exactly.
which trivialized this boss fight in co-op.
It does. Chain
Anyway.
backstabbing. Next. I Vort Lolnir.
Yo, you
Yeah.
guys want to talk more about gimmick boss fights in my Dark
No,
Souls?
like
That
this
is-
is it's just you beat up its fucking bracelets, and then it's just like, oh no, I have no swag.
Like I usually actually you undrip him.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, honestly, I was indeed wanting to say something to that extent, but indeed it do be like that. You take away this man's Gucci and he fucking dies.
Like holy shit, this boss fight is so uninteresting. It wasn't
Yeah.
even difficult. Like it doesn't even work as a fucking damage check.
No.
I got nothing to say about this man.
I mean,
The one time he was interesting was when I was doing a co run with Bauke, and for some fucking reason, when I broke one of the bracelets, it didn't take damage. So we had to do him like the way that it felt like was intended.
what I do like is, the first time you fight him and you go in and you suddenly just see the
Yeah, but that also only works once.
Yeah, definitely.
And it also only works if you don't use a torch, because then you also can just see him before.
I never used the torch in Dark Souls
No.
3. In Dark Souls 2, I did a lot.
Actually, in Dark Souls 3, I did use a torch to
For
manage to get
Leech.
rid of bugs.
Mm-hmm. Leeches, yeah. But yeah, Lolnir, just easy,
It
undrip him.
actually it also doesn't help that like if you stand like under his sword hand basically,
Mm-hmm.
all of his attacks can't hit you.
Oh.
Literally,
Actually, if you stand behind this non-sword hand, also all of his attacks can't hit you there, right?
Okay, well then there's two hands where he just can't hit you. Understandable.
Like, I've seen so many people struggle with the breath attack, and I'm just like, just stand behind the hand. It can't hurt you there.
Yeah, it's like
No, I actually didn't know that. Good to know.
Like, this
Volnir's
boss is so
just-
fucking easy.
Yeah.
no, this man is just such a non-boss.
Lolnir is just take
And
his
he fails on a spectacle perspective as well, I will say.
take his drip and he's gone.
Yeah.
Just beat this man up and hit him in the style.
This is a funny photo of old Demon King.
Look, this was another one that's just difficult to find good pictures for.
No, I understand. I actually have fairly big problem with this boss, like almost always.
I think like this boss is actually pretty difficult for me.
Yeah,
Like I think this man has some sauce.
Yeah.
he does.
Like he definitely has like a couple of moves where you have to see him before you know what the fuck they do.
Mm-hmm. He's
And
fairly
honestly,
tanky.
it doesn't ever feel unfair. Like I kind of like this boss, but at
Yeah.
the same time, it feels difficult to say that I'm just like, yeah. Well, Demon King, you and I go way back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't have any connection to this boss really. It's just I know that this boss is fucking slapping.
Yeah. Like
I-
he's alright. I do find him difficult, but he's alright. And design-wise, well, he's crusty.
Yeah. This is actually the only other like I think the oh wait, Royal Red Authority also starts limping. But like this man in his third phase just basically makes himself incapable of doing anything except for slapping. And even that he doesn't even do properly.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I know.
Hmm.
Because otherwise you wouldn't have said that Sif is the only one.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I do think this man looks pretty cool.
He looks cool.
Design
Yeah.
was like it's a crusty demon.
Yeah, it's old crusty demon.
And I think the arena just with dead demons of previous games look like
That
lying
is
there.
yeah,
It's pretty
that is
cool.
very nice. Pontiff.
Pontiff.
Yeah.
The
If you
ultimate
fight-
villain.
Yeah.
Why?
Like this man set the entirety of Dark Souls 3.
Yeah. I know.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like he is responsible.
Uh-huh. And
And I love him for it. Like it's so fucking cool.
not gonna lie, first playthrough, holy shit, I was suffering so hard to this man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
like
Ooh.
this like
be.
if there's ever a definition of sauce, this man has it.
Did this man have sauce? Yeah.
Like,
Like-
this man has drip, this man has sauce, this man has everything.
he
this
even
man-
makes himself a friend.
Yeah.
I think this man is my second favorite boss of Dark Souls 3 base game.
Well, I really like him. He's hella cool.
Like he's cool. He's the ultimate villain, and therefore there's like a lot of lore around him.
And I also just really like, you enter the fight and this man just yeets himself at you.
Like
And I love this man's music just slowly just progressing into just more people singing.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to say though, once you can parry, this man ain't shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I still can't parry in Dark Souls 3, so.
To be fair, actually, I still don't completely agree because if he like summons his ghost and you don't kill it in time, and you can parry all you want, but then you will still get hit by the second.
Like
Mhm.
honestly, the moment his ghost came in, he becomes so much less aggressive. The entire
Yeah.
fight is just not the same fight anymore.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But still, I do like the part where just in the second phase he grows wings and can start flying then.
Mm-hmm.
And that even the wings look fucking evil.
Yeah, the wings are fucking cool.
Yeah.
Okay, the next.
And I believe that
Eldritch.
Pontiff Sullivan is also the man you can summon the most phantoms for.
I think so.
Eldritch hits different.
Yeah. Yeah. The arrow barrage. Holy shit, this attack is just pain.
Like, it-
yeah.
I love the fact that I can finally dodge it to a reasonable extent, but because of that attack, this boss hits different.
Mm-hmm. No,
Holy
I
shit!
still remember fighting him for my first time and, finally killing him. So it's like, okay, I can chill now. And then the orbs that was still mid-air killed me.
Yeah. And I
and
actually have a lot of difficulty dodging this man's Life and Sight.
Hmm.
And that's kind of surprising to me because Life and Sight is one of the worst spells in the game.
I'm gonna be honest, I still can't really dodge the arrow barrage properly most of the time in the second
no.
phase because I don't know why, but it just feels like that I don't know when the fuck it actually loses tracking.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like-
just basically learned a timing skill for it. Like, basically the way that you see it, like if you're attacking Aldrich, when he starts doing the arrow brush, you need to walk around 2 pillars and back, and then you can start attacking it again.
Yeah, Aldrich does
Yeah.
look quite cool. Like the lower bottom of him is just a slug.
Like I love the part that the entirety of Anor Londo is just filled with Aldrich.
Yeah, that is cool. Mm-hmm.
Like,
But with Aldrich, I also have kind of like you had, for example, with Throne Defender and Watcher, when with a coin flip, like depending on what attacks he decides to do, this fight can be really easy, in my opinion, at least.
Yes, but it has way less unfairness that the Throne Watch and Throne
Oh,
Defender has.
definitely,
Yeah,
yes,
true.
yes. Mhm.
like it's not that suddenly Alder's gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna do arrow rain into arrow rain into arrow rain. You know, he's not gonna
Yeah,
pull
like-
that shit on you.
Just three at
Triple
once,
arrow
not
is
not,
not the
not even one
combo.
into another. No, just three at once.
Yeah,
Fun
that's
fact,
what I
you
mean.
guys know the spell called Twisted Wall of Light?
No,
That spell can block most of the attacks except for the arrows.
no, that's actually interesting.
Yeah, you can also just silence Aldrich, right?
Yeah, you can also silence Aldrich.
Oh, that's
Yeah, then it can't do shit. That's the funniest
It can't
shit.
do anything except for casting the arrow rain, and it won't do that most of the time when you're standing close.
okay. That's
Like,
funny.
it actually... Like, there are ways that this boss becomes so fucking easy.
Hmm.
But,
And-
like, in general, I think this is a fairly okay boss. It's just a mage boss, and I can't fight them.
And you know, the whole thing of, is it Gwendolyn?
Mhm.
Is it
Like,
Harry?
don't worry.
Honestly, the first time I saw this boss, and I was smiling ear to ear because I was like, my boy did it. My boy became what he. You know?
Yeah. No, but Funkles, don't worry. If you still feel like watching the shit we said, I will post it to YouTube, so you will be able to watch it there.
Shameless plug, no.
Yeah,
Not
shameless
even.
plug. Put it in your description.
I'm
at some
plugging
point.
myself on my own fucking stream.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I mean,
And
yeah, please do.
comment.
No.
Comment for the YouTube algorithm.
I hate you people.
Anyway,
boss.
I think we've talked enough now about Aldrich. I like the fight, but
Yeah, Yorm.
I
Like,
wish
yo,
you could
you want
find a
more
better
gimmick
resolution.
bosses by Dark Souls 3?
this face is so stupid, though.
Yeah. I do find it very cool that you actually get a special cutscene for it if you did the secret quest line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that is very nice.
cool. Everything else is lame as fuck.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do like how he looks. Personally, I really like how he looks.
It just feels like they looked at like the fucking Giant King of Dark Souls 2 and was like, well, let's make it more human and call it a day.
Yeah.
I guess.
Also,
I guess.
the fact that the gimmick is literally a Demon Souls gimmick and
Yeah,
that's
that
it.
is just.
Like, from when I've played Demon Souls and I saw that, you know, I had to use the fucking Storm Ruler, I was like, holy shit, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Like, Funkles, this is not Photoshop. He actually just has a small face and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Like, if you try to do him, you know, without the gimmick, he can be challenging, but why would you?
Challenging in the way that the Ancient Dragon is challenging.
Exactly, yeah. You will just start making mistakes because it's a fucking slagfest.
Yeah.
But why
I
would
do
you
feel
just
like if you have a
grab
good
the storm
horizontal weapon, though,
ruler?
that this boss becomes pretty easy.
Mhm.
Or if you have Lightning Spear, like, sorry, Sunlight Spear. This is the only time that a fucking miracle build is viable.
Nice.
Like, holy shit, because of the fact you can just hit his face with lighting the entire time, he just gets down pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, the next. I mean, I'm actually still surprised with how low the mark is. I expected a bit higher than 2.5.
I just think that the boss has nothing. Like, he doesn't have the
No.
sauce that some others have.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
Jorm has like
Dancer.
no drip and no sauce, man.
Yeah, like... he is just the Pontus Sullivan without Pontus Sullivan.
Ah.
Bruh. Bro, that is the wokest shit you've said so far.
Yeah. But anyway, the dancer.
Yeah, the dancers like Potos. Okay,
No,
sorry.
stop it. I
I
actually really
forgot to
like the
put in
dancer.
the fact that I want to say difficulty and then 7.3. That is just 7.3.
Yeah, like honestly, the dancer, I think depending on what the fuck type of player you are, you're going to suffer so much more.
Yeah.
Like, I finally at some point figured out why this boss is so difficult compared to other bosses for me.
Yeah, because the music is at different intervals than the other bosses, where
Yeah,
it
like
actually hits.
the rhythm of the music for usual bosses is 4/4, but this boss actually has a 3/4 rhythm and actually like attacks at the same rhythm as the music.
Oh,
And if
that's
you're not
interesting.
used to that, like the other bosses all attack with the 4/4 rhythm, so you start noticing that, and then it's like, oh,
Okay, that's
so
interesting actually. Hmm.
And
this boss
again,
just has different
because
timing.
yeah, and again because I just straight up like don't listen to music because I believe I just muse play Dark Souls 3 for most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I never really like cared that much like um about
Yeah, I
like
got that
the
from a
music
video,
thing.
but I also noticed it myself that the music was different.
Like it is like it's not that. If you just look at the visuals, a lot of attacks have such a long windup that it's incredibly easy to just dodge most of them.
Mm-hmm.
If you just straight up don't look at listen to the music, I should say.
No, I didn't get it from
Again,
Jolicast.
I am the man with the unupgraded mill breaker.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
fucking legend over here beat Dancer with an unupgraded mill breaker. And not
Why?
even a good
Because
not even a good mill breaker, fucking Dark Souls 3 mill breaker.
and again, it is only because I mistaken Hazel's pick upgrading material because I'm fucking retarded.
Fucking yikes, man.
But no, I didn't get it from Jolicast.
No, but like my favorite memory of Dancer is, just going in there with 3 people with Dark Hand and beating her to death afterwards.
Like there's just so many things you can do to make the dancer easier.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, the dancer still has sauce. Like dancer,
Yeah.
like I would say it's not like Font of Sullivan kind of sauce, but it's different type of sauce, but it's still sauce.
Mm-hmm. Like she hits hard.
Like
She
this is
is
one of
hard.
my favorite bosses in the entire series to begin with, but
Like
I like her second phase as well, where she just pulls
Yeah.
out another
mm-hmm.
spinning.
And, like,
her design is
this is
cool and her moves. Like she is a
Yeah.
dancer, so it's kind of like a dance what she does. It's
Yeah.
very
and something
fucking
that a lot
cool.
of people actually also don't know, which is something that you start noticing if you actually like look and like pay attention a lot, is that around 1/6 health bar she enters a third phase where she attacks just like 25% faster.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't know.
Also, I am gonna say this woman, nice ass,
Nice ass. Yeah, of course.
Thick.
Thick.
thicky. Sorry.
Thick dancer. Mm-hmm.
I really like this boss. Like I stand Dancer if I didn't hate
dummy
Vladimir so much.
stick. Alright, Oceros. Honestly, for me, I think I gave him like 2 or 3 as difficulty. Because
I gave him like 6 or something because this man had some sauce. Like, second phase hits different.
I
Still.
never
Like
experienced his
this
sauce.
man does have number.
I never experienced that because on my first playthrough, I fucking first read this man.
He was saucy.
Yeah, he is a bit wet.
Yeah.
Like it like the first phase again in Cinders, it is actually difficult. In base Dark Souls 3, he goes first, into second really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And in second phase, if you just like there are parts in the arena where he just becomes irrelevant, I would say, because he just can't hit you with most of the moves if he's just
Yeah.
up on a branch chilling. And also he doesn't have the largest health pool in base Dark Souls 3, I believe.
No, he's...
So it's not that difficult in my opinion. But again, if you do get hit by like 2 moves, you'd lose a fuck ton of health.
This is one of those bosses as well where I just have to praise the sound design team.
Yeah.
Like, that is something that you don't often notice because the music is usually too loud or you just don't play with the sound. But like once he actually transfers from first phase to second phase, like he smashes basically the Babel that he's cradling on the ground. And like if you don't play with music, you can hear the cracking of the bones.
Mm-hmm.
That is fucking disgusting sounding.
Yeah.
And holy shit, I love it for it.
So he did start the conversation with what's cracking, guys. Ha 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 ha. Anyway,
like
let's
then the
move
baby
on.
starts, and after that the baby does definitely start crying. But
And well, design-wise, he looks disgusting. He have cool mustache. I like him.
Mhm.
yeah, it's actually one of the few bosses that actually just speaks a lot, which
Yeah.
I'm not used to.
I mean, sometimes I wish he would shut up, but
What could you possibly fear?
yes, he likes the sound of breaking bones.
Hey man, don't quote me like that.
I mean, I do.
No.
Like, one of my favorite things when I'm like, in the kitchen, I have the whole chicken is breaking out the legs.
I guess.
It's oddly satisfying. Just anyway, before I start sounding like a complete psychopath.
After this, my favorite boss of Dark Souls 3,
Really?
pre-DLC.
I definitely like Gundyr.
Yeah, Chad Gundyr. Like,
It's
Gundyr
normal.
befo-
It's normal Gundyr, but with drip.
No, I just say Chad Gundyr, man.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Chad Gundyr, it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, I do feel like fucking this man.
Mm-hmm.
This man has the sauce. Like he has
Yeah.
like fucking Sullivan's amount of level of sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
Like-
difference is between him and Sullivan is that the second phase becomes more difficult instead
Yeah.
of easier.
True.
Like, healing in this boss fight is painful. Or rather,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
because
trying
every
to
single
heal.
every single time when he sees you healing, he just cancels his attack and starts charging you.
Yeah, it's fucking
Which is
cool.
so fucking fun because it's just like
Mm-hmm.
he keeps the pressure up no matter what, and it just becomes like he just becomes a fucking fight of like trying to stay alive instead of just
Mm-hmm.
fighting to just kill him immediately, like a lot of other bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this man always just keeps the pressure, and I fucking respect the hell out of him.
Like I like indeed like the longer the fight goes on, the more aggressive he actually becomes. Because in like the start of the fight, if he's full health, he doesn't do that much. But even like pre-second phase, if you hit him a couple of times, he already starts becoming more aggressive.
Yeah.
And he also has some new moves which are fucking cool, like him just kicking you in the face.
Yeah.
And quite painful as well.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ. This guy is definitely fucking. And,
yeah, and
like-
the difficulty is hella deserved.
Yeah.
I would Loki maybe even put it higher than this. The difficulty, like this man has some sauce.
Yeah, like, definitely, especially on your first playthrough, when you're like, oh, it's Gundyr again. Ow.
Yeah, no, like it like the moment this man kicks you in the face, you realize, oh wait a minute.
Oh wait,
Look,
it's,
man,
it's not
you start respecting
Gundyr.
this man when you're doing a soul level 1 run and you're stuck for him for 380 attempts.
This is
Why
Dark Souls
did you
3.
count that?
We are now at Dark
I
Souls
was
3.
just doing like a counting time thing for like just wondering how long I would take for some shit.
This is Dark Souls 3, Funkles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, great boss, difficult boss. Next.
Thank you, next. Okay.
Another Ornstein. But this time with different weapon.
Honestly,
and
easiest
like-
late game boss in the game.
Yeah.
Like this man has like no sauce.
No.
Like this man is like the opposite of sauce, where I think the butterflies have better drip and sauce than this man.
The problem I have with this boss is just the fact that sometimes when I'm fighting him, I just get hit by a random attack that the butterflies casted, which is just so annoying. Then like I think like, ah yes, finally I've beaten the boss, and then just some random butterfly starts like a fucking orb at me, and I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah. Like, I do like this version of Dragon Slayer armor. I think it's my favorite one, honestly, because of I like the eyebrow thingy or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And the spine looks cool. I really like this armor.
I also think that this boss has some of the coolest fucking aesthetics
Mhm.
in the fight itself.
Yeah.
Like in the second phase when he's just when he just has his axe low on the ground and is going to run at you like that, but then the laser hits him and he just the fucking laser on the background. That shit's fucking just so cute.
Aesthetically, very nice fight.
Aesthetically, it's so good.
Fight wise, nah,
It's
kind of
like,
boring.
it's really easy to dodge all of his attacks, and
Like, he does slap hard, but that's about it.
he slaps
Yeah.
hard if he fucking hits you. I think I gave this boss like a 2 or something for difficulty rating.
Anyways. Twin Princess, 5.5.
Also, really fun because are you doing it like that?
I will enlarge this picture a bit because it's kind of unclear.
Yeah, Twin Princess. I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. Like the gimmick becomes old fast.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Yeah.
it is a gimmick that after you see it twice, it is just kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it's more of just a straight up fight than really a gimmick. And I don't like the fact that you have to kill the crippled person on his back to actually make him permadead.
Aren't they both crippled? Because the other one also
Yeah,
can't
but
really.
one is more crippled than the other
Yeah,
one.
okay. Funkless, what is going on? It's a crippled knight holding his crippled brother on his back.
With a sword that's on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I just had to think of Fire Emblem where you're the first person to survive 2 strokes. But anyway, yeah, Twin Princess, just... I did find it fairly difficult on my first playthrough, not gonna lie. It was
I
a
did
bit
find it
challenging.
fairly difficult, but this boss didn't have the same souls that, for example, Champion Gundyr had.
Oh.
Honestly, like I think I've died once to this boss on my first playthrough and then never again.
Okay, interesting.
Because this man just realized what the fuck his gimmick was, and I can just keep the lock on while he's teleporting and just turn to him wherever the fuck he would go. It trivialized the fucking gimmick. And the
Mhm.
moves itself are just way too fucking telegraphed and easy to dodge that it just becomes a non-boss fight.
Yeah,
And in the
like,
start of the second phase, I just roll spam like a motherfucker.
Because it's Dark Souls 3, you can roll like 20 times.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
I don't think he can play piano.
He's too crippled for that, man. But yeah, and aesthetically, yeah, it's just two cripples.
Like I
Like-
do like the aesthetic of
Yeah.
the fucking mans. I
Mhm.
really do.
Like, this is really like a thing where I'm like, yeah, this shows the care that they have for each other as brothers.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I like the design a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next. Ancient Wyvern, aka you don't fight the boss, you fight the path.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like we could just say this is just Bed of Chaos, but with a dragon instead of a
Except,
bug.
you can actually fight it, and then it's a dragon.
No, you guys hold on. You like more gimmick boss fights in my Dark Souls 3?
Actually, yeah, holy shit. I did, I didn't think of that there's so many gimmicks, gimmick fights in this shit.
It's something I realized the moment I got the fucking storm ruler in Yorm, and then I thought about, wait a minute. Almost every boss fight in this game has some part to it where I can say that like it is a semi gimmick.
I guess, yeah.
Like even fucking Sullivan, where he goes into 2 people, I can
Mhm.
consider that a gimmick, but because it's more of a straight up fight, I don't categorize it as one.
No, but Ancient Wyvern, again, you can fight it, or you can literally run around it, just hope you don't get hit too hard, and then jump on its face and kill it in one hit.
Yep.
And don't miss
It's,
the jump.
And honest to God, even by just Dark Souls standards, this is a generic as fuck dragon.
Yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
generic. Like, Fungals, you will see a cool dragon later. I mean, at least I hope that Stella chose a decent picture.
I think it's the one of the cutscene where he just killed the dragon.
Okay, anyway. Next. Nameless King. I think this boss on my first playthrough took me the longest.
This boss has some souls, yeah.
I still don't like the fact that if you are just like on the right of him, but he does his 2 swipes, you deadass get staggered too long to actually dodge it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then you
that
just
really doesn't help
fucking
'cause
die.
It's in, the first phase is fighting the camera, second phase is fighting the actual boss.
Yeah. Like the dragon in the first phase is just a non-issue because it's so incredibly squishy.
Mm-hmm.
And the fucking Nameless King himself, he has a couple of moves that I just don't like.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's just a solid boss.
It's a fair but difficult fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fair.
And the
It's fair
design of this man, like how he looks, it's fucking cool.
This man has drip.
Yeah.
Yeah, this man has some drip.
And
I do think this
arena
man
is also
does
cool.
not. Honestly, I don't think this man has much sauce, but he has drip. And again, besides the few moves that I think are unfair as fuck, which is only one, but you know how it be.
Mhm.
He's just quite fair.
Yeah. And you fight him in the fucking clouds. Just how cool is
Yeah,
that?
true.
Like, this man is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next. That's a cool photo.
I
of
love the longer the stream went on, the less we're actually talking about most shit.
Yeah, actually, that's good. Nah, whatever.
Like, it's more just. At some point, we started using, like, we started calling people out saying they have sauce and drip and shit instead of calling their moves cool.
This is Sister Frid and
I
her
think
and
it
her
started
daddy.
around Dark Lurker though, where we just started saying we stand Dark Lurker.
I mean,
Like
yeah.
Freed, I don't like how many phases this boss has, and honestly, to this day, I don't fucking like the second phase.
No,
I
like,
just think the boss lasts way too fucking long.
yeah,
for
the second phase is just
what it is.
annoying.
Like, I get that, but I still think that the transition from the second phase to the third phase is one of my favorite moments in Dark Souls.
I remember you beating this shit for the first time at school, and we were just watching, like, yeah, I finally, actually, no, not beating it, beating the second phase.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I finally did it. And then she starts standing up.
Like, what with also the entire thing of, like, when the ashes are two, a flame alights.
Yeah, it's
Like, that shit was so fucking cool. And then the black
Okay.
flames come in.
And then she killed you.
Yeah, because I was just like, holy shit, this has a third face?
Mhm.
So Dark Souls
Honestly,
spoiled me.
I'm gonna be honest, like, Cinders made this boss better. Fucking fight me, because I'd
Yeah.
have to fight it less long, and that's it. Like, honestly, I hate how much fucking health each phase has, which
Yeah,
just
that is-
annoys the fuck out of me.
I can see that.
Like, you know, again, she is a human, so you can abuse it.
Yeah, but also, again, I don't like the fact that she does not give a shit about true combos at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because you stagger her, and after that, she can just deadass jump away no matter what the fuck you do, and I hate it.
That's her father,
sorry.
Funkles.
No, that's not her father.
I know.
That is Father Ariando. That's basically like the second phase boss.
Like, basically, at first you fight a nun, then you fight a nun and a father, and then you fight a black nun. That sounded very bad.
Black Fire Nun.
Black fire nun.
Like, I think this boss still has some nice things. Like, in the first phase, it shows that you can go stealth and shit, and then
Mhm.
like you can start figuring out how the stealth works, where she
I
goes.
do like it
And
aesthetically.
then in the second phase, she uses it like you can easily see it because of the healing, unfortunately. So
Mhm.
that's less interesting.
Like, as an
But then in the
aesthetic
third
and
phase, you can
shit,
use your
good
mechanics again by just looking where she went
Mm-hmm.
and just being able to dodge attacks like that.
I still love Father Ariandel in the background just going, Arr!
But
And also,
yeah,
I think the arena looks really fucking cool.
Mhm.
yeah, but honestly, relatively difficult boss, but I still don't like it.
I
Mm.
really do quite like it. It's
It's-
not my favorite though.
Yeah,
Like, I
it's
feel
an
like it's a
enjoyable
much
one.
more spectacle boss fight more than anything else, sort of like the Dark Souls 2 DLC fucko.
I guess.
Next up is the most unimpressive DLC boss fight in Dark Souls.
Yeah, you fight an
Sorry, Dark Souls
NPC and
3.
you find an NPC and a wolf.
Yeah.
Like, I still
Yeah.
think the Gang Squad is like less impressive than this one, but
Yeah, definitely.
because at least this boss has some fucking music going for it. But
Hmm.
like when the violin starts going crazy, I go crazy.
Like, I don't like fighting the wolf, but it's definitely, like, it's not that difficult at least considered. Like,
I actually find the wolf quite difficult, not gonna lie.
like the wolf has like a couple of moves that, you know, is like relatively difficult to dodge at first, but it gets, like, if you get used to it, like if you dodge it once, you dodge it forever basically.
Mm-hmm.
And also just the fucking phantom guy, NPC guy I should say, he's not strong,
No,
and
definitely.
the
No.
wolf itself is also relatively squishy.
Like the wolf goes down and like you can just get them into repose if you hit him on the right spot in like 3 or 4 hits, and then basically before he, like when he goes into second phase, and you can kill him. Well, you should play Dark Souls Fun, because it's really fucking good. Oh yeah, that's kind of
Just
annoying.
play it with mouse
Yeah.
and keyboard like a real man.
No, Funkles do try to like actually fix your controller, but like you know, it's a I would say it's an experience that's worth doing for
Yeah.
most of them.
Listen to me. Play with mouse and keyboard. It's a great idea. You will like it.
Cringe.
I actually
Cringe.
enjoy it. Fuck you all.
Anyway.
Cringe.
Mouse and keyboard is superior. Anyway.
Anyway, I think we've talked enough about this fucking
Like,
boss
this is
fight.
such a disappointing.
I
The highest difficulty boss in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, I realized that when we were like in the middle of the that it's probably
Like,
going to be
Demon
him.
Prince has difficulty.
I don't like this. Like, this man does a fuck ton of damage. He's tanky as shit, and
He's
he also just has
fast.
like a couple of moves incredibly annoying to dodge.
Mm-hmm. This
Like, I find this boss incredibly difficult, still fairly well designed because I can dodge them all really,
yeah,
like, not easily, but I know how to dodge them, so I can just.
you know, you have the first phase with the two dudes. Like, okay, I killed them, and then this motherfucker spawns, and he whoops your ass.
Honestly, for me, it's the other way around.
Oh, really?
Like, the Demon Prince phase, I find. Like, the Demon Prince phase, I find a lot easier than the Demon in Pain /
Interesting.
Demon from Below.
Interesting. I actually do
Like-
find the Demon Prince more difficult.
The Demon Prince has a lot of health, but he gets staggered quite easily, and you don't have to
Hmm.
deal with two of the demons at the same time.
And I must say, Demon Prince is the coolest looking fucking demon in all of Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Like, Demon
Holy
Prince
shit.
Demon Prince has drip.
No, this is not the cool dragon. This is the cool demon. Can't you see?
Also, I quickly want to say that I agree with Funkles that if you play with mouse and keyboard, you have no drip, even though I do play Dark Souls 3 with mouse and keyboard. But we didn't talk about that.
You wanna fucking go, Chief?
Clearly, I have drip.
But no, like,
no.
this boss is just difficult, and I
Yeah.
personally don't like fighting it, but I
No.
usually have to because cinders.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually like getting some fucking difficulty, and this is one of the few bosses in just the entirety of Soulsborne Dice Twice that actually just gives me difficulty consistently.
Mm-hmm. Like, no matter how much I play this game, this is the boss that I always just
Honestly,
suffer
like,
on.
I feel like this fight is just. It is difficult, but it's usually the reason why I fucking lose this fight is because it's just, again, the health that the boss has.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
that's it.
It is also a very long fight, yeah.
It is a long fight, but it's a long fight that I can accept because I think it's just.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
Fair
just
enough.
don't like long fights in Dark Souls, period. I really don't.
No.
Like, the way I see it, if this fight lasts longer than 2 minutes, you have a wrong fight.
Mm-hmm. Or you're
I
just
don't
not upgraded
necessarily
enough.
agree with that, but
Oh, too bad. We do. Okay, the next is Half-Life. You know, the NPC version.
Yeah.
like I will also just talk about regular
Yeah,
version.
but as an
but-
NPC, you know.
Yeah, you fight
You fight an
faith user.
NPC. Yeah, a faith using
you
NPC.
fight the faith user. I don't know what else to say about it.
And
Like,
one
you fight, for
and
me, it's
one
you
member
fight a
of the
faith
clan.
user that sometimes just hits you with a true combo that does so much fucking damage that you can't live.
Yeah.
That is true, yes.
Like, what I hate so much about this boss fight is the fact that you play PvP, but without the PvP rules, so nothing works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
Except
time this
for
is a good
when you
fight
play
was when
PvP.
the fucking how was it called again? The Quakestone Hammer glitch was there, where you just did double the damage. They just one shot them.
Anyway, I need to say this real quick. You guys want more gimmick fights in my Dark Souls 3? Again, this
True.
is just a fucking ripped fight from Demon Souls or
True.
Yeah,
fucking
like
The old
oh
monk.
god, I forgot his name.
Old
this
monk?
is my least favorite DLC fight.
Oh yeah,
in all of
Old
Dark
Monk, yeah.
Souls.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not impressive. The music is fucking boring until the second phase, and even there it's like, wow, the music went ham because the second painting guardian spawns. Wow.
Like, even the fucking Looking Glass Knight, you know, does summoning somebody better than this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Because it's a good fight. And this is
this is so fucking
underwhelming
boring.
as fuck.
Like,
And-
I don't like this fight. And even for challenge runs, this is just a hurdle that I just can't get past because
And you-
usually it's just not fair.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you get a guy that will literally just sit on the floor and let you kill him, and sometimes you will get a tryhard that will rip every single organ of your body. or something like that. Anyway,
Like,
next.
not even that necessarily. Like, if you like, I fight it usually offline because I just don't feel like fighting an actual guy because I usually just get outplayed.
Like,
I can
I
understand,
have
yeah.
fought against people in the Half-Life boss fight that just like run away for like the entire time, and that's all they do.
Mm-hmm.
And just wait for the painting guardian to just do some shit, and that's it.
Yeah, this is fucking.
It is incredibly fucking
Some
annoying, and
people
that's how
are,
it
yeah.
sums up the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the fucking NPC, if you're doing a challenge run, he just keeps up his fucking shield, and for a bow only run, that just counters you.
Yeah, yeah.
To be fair, then you're
Anyway,
doing a bow only run.
Next boss.
Yeah.
My favorite boss of Dark Souls 3.
My favorite boss.
Actually, yeah. Yeah. With all of...
I can never truly like this boss simply because I feel like this man is trying to steal Artorias' drip.
I feel like he steals Artorias' drip, but very fucking successful.
I would say he still his drip, but he wears it better.
Like, simply because of the fact that Artorias is, pretty fucking old at this point. I think if they would, like remake the fight and actually remake it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that they would something similar to this. And it
yeah.
would probably be cooler than this.
But
Yes,
I just...
but they didn't, and this is what we got, and I fucking love it.
I just
therefore
like
it's my favorite
everything
boss.
about him, honestly, more than Artorias. Like I like his design more. He looks so fucking cool. The arena where you fight him is, it's so good.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest arena in all of Dark Souls.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely. It's just so
I
fucking
think the
huge.
fact that the arena is so fucking big is actually a detriment. Honestly, I don't want to fucking walk all the way to just fight this man.
I mean, you don't have to.
No, like, usually I do just wait for this man to come to me, but it's still I have to wait for the boss to fucking come to me, which is
Like,
still
you
kind of
don't
whack.
have to, use the entire arena. I genuinely like the fact that they give you the option for that.
Yeah, like, it's the one time where I feel like the arena is too big is actually a valid complaint.
I guess.
I just don't have that many complaints
No.
about suppose. Like, I feel like every phase transition is really fucking cool. Like, from the first phase where he's just a beast, and the second phase where he's more human.
Mhm.
But, like, he starts just doing some more attacks that have, like, just how it's called again, basically an aftershock of escape.
Yeah.
And then, like, in the third phase, where he just goes goes haywire. Lightning starts spawning everywhere around you, and just
the
you start
cape
doing the cool
attacks,
flips with the fucking crossbow shoots in the middle.
Yeah.
It's so fucking
Like, aesthetically wise, this boss is just amazing. Like, all of his attacks look just great. His armor is fucking amazing. The fact that he's just some old dude that just kicks your ass.
cool. Like, Slave Knight Guild comes from humble beginnings, just like the player, but just doesn't end humble. Like,
I also like the fact that he helps you before
he
that.
helps you
So
throughout the DLCs, and then eventually he's the final boss.
yeah,
This man is so cool.
definitely.
I still just don't give a shit.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you can have shit opinions.
But I would
We all have
say
some.
that I personally think
I
that
know I'm right.
this difficulty is too high, in my opinion.
I don't know. Like, I do have some trouble with him nowadays.
I do
but-
Honestly,
find
I
him
think
more
a
difficult in
7
co-op.
would be fair.
Yeah, I think a 7 is fair.
I would give him like
Like,
6.5.
I still think he has I think he has too much sauce to rate him lower than it.
No, I can
Yeah.
understand. Like, I have way more difficulty with him in co-op than I had in the few solo
But
runs.
in
same.
co-op, I'm starting like in co-op. I just run the fucking red eye ring or however it's called in
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3. Like, and because I just need the fucking aggro on me, otherwise I can't dodge them.
And having
Yeah.
something like Vort's hammer just makes this fight so fucking easy.
Yeah, he staggers like every 3 hits, and you build up frost so fucking
Yeah,
fast.
and considering you have the overhead attack, you constantly hit his head, which just staggers him even much easier. Every second attack is pretty much a stagger.
Yeah.
It's just...
Anyway,
Next
Dragon.
up is my favorite dragon fight.
We should also, wait a bit with this because Fankles ain't here right now, and he wanted to see him. I'll make him bigger. But yeah, it's...
This was actually also really difficult to find good pictures of, mainly because of the amount of fan art that there is of Midir.
There is?
Yeah.
I hope not like, rule 34th.
No, not rule 34.
34th!
my favorite.
But like, there is a lot of fan art of this man just spewing lasers everywhere.
Ah, of course.
Like it's a big abyss dragon. It's my favorite fucking dragon fight. He doesn't stay in the air too long, and just
Yeah.
all of his attacks are well telegraphed.
And he has, the hugest fucking laser attack, which looks just amazing.
And I just really just love the part where he can't really fly anymore. You can just see it in his wings, like on his wings.
Yeah.
Like there are holes everywhere.
I have to say, like, I like the fact this is like the only dragon fight where like you really have to fight him head on, otherwise you don't do shit.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's
Like,
not just, and it's also not just you killing him by killing off his toenails like the other dragon fights often.
Yeah.
like that's sort of what I mean with like you have to fight him head on. Like
No,
you
you
have
have to,
to
yeah.
hit his head, otherwise you don't do shit.
Yeah, and just I love every part of like when he does like this big second phase laser attack, and he just like eventually just becomes tired after doing that. It's like he just falls on the ground and just takes like a break for like a couple of seconds, which is cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, again, in Cinders, the patch that we played on, this man ain't shit.
But we don't talk about that.
Where he just killed Midir over and over for some quick levels.
But
like,
we
I'm
don't
sorry,
talk
but if you
about
can
it.
one-shot Madeira, you can one-shot Madeira. You know how to be.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, that is the cool dragon, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
So
I can't speak for others, but this is at least my favorite Dragon boss fight in the entirety of Dark Souls.
Simply, I like this man because he doesn't fly.
Yeah.
And again, he's just like this is sort of what I mean. Again, we're gonna go back to like Gil and Artorias. I feel like this is like the revamped version of Calamite,
Kind of, yeah.
where I just feel like that they were just sort of like, well, let's just do another black dragon.
Except, this guy is actually fucking big.
And what I
Yeah.
also really actually like is the arena that you fight in. It looks so similar to actually where you like in the opening cutscene of Dark Souls 1.
I mean, yeah, people are saying that this is the place.
Yeah,
so-
like that's some cool lore that I can get behind.
Like, yeah, where the hollows are standing up. Yeah.
Like this boss, it is so good.
It is
the
a
best
good
dragon
boss.
fight.
And
It's a good boss. I do think the boss is pretty easy, but I think like around
Yeah.
6 is fine.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think most people would find him easier than me instead
Like,
of find him
If I
because
would,
No, I
yeah,
do find him fairly difficult, so.
like if I
Yeah.
would fight him nowadays, I would straight up give him like a 2 for difficulty. I'd find him too easy.
yeah.
Soul of
And again-
Cinder.
Haha, funny cinders. Okay.
I think
Soul Cinder.
the most difficult of the final bosses.
Yes, I
Definitely.
That is not an achievement, but yeah, that's
No.
true.
No, it's
but like
not.
I was like with the Dark Souls 3, since like Slate's Not Gil was the end of all, I wasn't sure if I should put him as the final boss or Soul of Cinder.
Yeah, I can
So
understand.
that was like a difficult decision for me.
Yeah.
I really like, like the fact that this man is just, a combination
You cut out.
Dark Souls.
He could have
A combination of what?
a combination and then Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's all we heard.
Possibly be of the Dark Souls.
Mhm.
It wouldn't be a stream if I didn't cut out at some point.
At
Oh.
some point, multiple times.
Yeah, I know, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
we all know.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think this man is that difficult.
Hmm.
Still, like, I think he's rated a bit too highly.
I mean, I
but-
would give him like a 6, not gonna lie.
Like I do have some fair problems with him. Like in his first phase when he just swaps to the curved sword, I still can't deal with it.
For me, I find the spear more difficult than the curved sword.
I find the spear also quite difficult, but that's just like me rolling to the right the entire time and just doing only one attack each
By the way,
time.
this is also
unless
the
he's trying
thing
to
I
heal.
really like about him, that, he also switches weapons like a player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very fucking cool.
And then
Yeah,
in
his
this-
second phase, he just turns into Gwyn, so...
He
Yeah.
starts to Gwyn, but he actually has lightning, so like I guess you could argue that this is like Gwyn in peak form since you also can't parry him.
Yeah, kinda true.
But I don't find
Yo.
it that.
You're talking about fucking stealing the Ds from Dark Souls 1 again. Okay, sorry.
I mean, yeah.
I'll
like,
stop
kind
now.
of. But
But-
I like his armor.
It's a
He
cool
looks
boss.
Very cool.
It's a nice final boss of Dark Souls 3. I still consider Slate Knight Guild the true final boss of Dark
Of
Souls 3.
course, yes.
Honestly, I think this is like the final boss of just Dark Souls in general. I think this is like the nicest way to could have ended the series with this boss.
Same with Soul of
I
Cinder?
guess.
Yeah, with Soul Cinder.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I think that Slave Knight Guild is a better ending than Soul
Yeah.
Sinner, but
Well, it's more grim ending.
Like the way I see it with fucking Slave Knight Gil, it's like I just don't give a shit about him. But
I
with
guess.
Soul of Cinder, I don't need to know who the fuck this person is really. I just like the entire fight just screams end of the game basically. Well, Slave
Yeah.
Knight Gil only screams spectacle to me.
I also have with Slave Knight Guild that screams end with the
Yeah.
entire arena just being at the end of the world and shit.
Everything just being
I
destroyed.
feel like it relies too much on lore, and
Mm.
and just again,
I guess if you
mostly
don't,
just the fact that it's too spectacle-y to beat the end. To be honest,
I think end should be spectacle as fuck.
like I think it's way too like edgy, over the top spectacle instead of what
Yeah,
Dark Souls
yeah.
mostly is going for.
yeah, but I think we can just agree to
Honestly, I
disagree.
think
'Cause,
most people are just simps for Slave Knight Guild, but that's just me.
yeah,
Sorry.
stance.
Stance, please.
Damn, almost written an entire stream about canceling him.
Anyway.
Avoided that, but
Anyway, let's go.
That is the final boss of Dark Souls.
Yeah, average difficulty 5.2, which is the highest.
It is the highest, still not a passing grade because of the amount of
Yeah.
gimmick bosses.
Yeah.
like
Lowest
Holy shit.
difficulty, yeah, Deacons with 2. The hardest of the easiest.
I do think this nicely does show like Dark Souls 3 does have like the best boss experience of all the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least of the 3.
Although I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
say that it's the biggest struggle sometimes to find them, since like the entire after Vort, I feel like you don't get a good boss anymore till Abyss Watchers.
Mm-hmm. That is true. But yeah,
I feel
And
like
an actual difficult boss not anymore till Pontiff.
I feel like the actual bosses that I mostly like I can probably count in like one hand really on Dark Souls 3,
mm-hmm.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the bosses, even the more difficult ones, have like things about them that I just really don't like.
Mm-hmm. I can definitely agree. Like, for example, Demon Prince, which is difficult as balls, but I hate him.
I mean, I
maybe not
actually
hate
still
him.
quite
I
like the Demon Prince
dislike
fight, but
him.
I think I'm in the minority there.
Hmm.
Anyway, I think that was it, right?
Wait, there's
I
one.
believe
There's one more slide.
but
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, favorite bosses. Gale.
I mean,
Just-
yeah, for me, my favorite boss is Gil, and I think for I don't want to speak for Chris, but I assume Dark Lurker.
We stand Dark Lurker in this
I mean,
household.
yeah, I also stand Dark Lurker.
We all stand Dark Lurker. It's just that I stand Gil.
But I also, stand.
I would buy Dark Lurker's OnlyFans.
What would that even be?
I guess he could jack off 4 guys at once. Actually, 8.
Yeah, I was about to say 8 when he's in the second
No,
phase.
that is the ultimate power.
No, but like from Dark Souls 1, Manos, Artorias, and Gwyn for me. If it comes
Dark
to
Souls 1,
favorites.
Artorias, like I don't really make like if I'm allowed to choose only one, I would go for one, and if I choose more, I find it kind of weak.
If I go
Yeah,
for one,
favorite boss of Dark Souls 1 is Artorias for me.
aesthetic wise, Gwyn, combat wise, I think actually Manos. I really like the fight with Manos.
I care less for the fight of Manos than for Artorias, but
You know what? Combat wise, it fucking pinwheel, all or nothing. Let's go.
That is a very hard to take. I will arrest you now.
But no, like Dark
Dark
Souls 2,
Souls
it's it's my boy Dark Lurker.
I am torn because I love Dark Lurker, but I would say I think Fume Knight for me.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Fume Knight is just.
I'm going for some hot takes maybe here, but like I'm either choosing I can't really choose between Alon because I think this boss fight fucking awesome,
Mhm.
or Ivory King, who I almost put on my favorite characters tier list.
I really like Ivory King as well. Yes.
Like I know that I'm a lore stan.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it didn't cancel you.
Do not cancel me, please.
Like I'm a lore stan, so when I read that man's lore, it was just like, this is actually one of the coolest fuckers in existence.
Yeah, he cool as hell.
Like this
yeah,
man just said to a woman of dark, like, "Hey, wanna be my queen?"
Stan, Woman of Dark.
He stands. And he
we
just
stand in
decided,
the dark here. No,
and just decided, like, "Hey, there's chaos. Well, let me just build my throne on it."
Yeah,
Like this man is fucking cool.
this man's cool. Yeah, yeah. And
and in
Dark
Dark Souls
Souls
3, you know
Gale.
how it be.
Gale.
Yeah, you guys go for Gil because you know how it be.
And you?
And
you.
I will go for somebody else.
Pontiff.
Yeah,
I thought so. Yeah, Pontiff is
like
very
there's
cool.
not much competition, honestly, in Dark Souls 3 for
No.
characters that bots that I actually quite like. And
Yeah, that
Pontiff
is true.
one of the guys that I like the most.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you, class, very much. That was our presentation about bosses in Dark Souls 3. I will